Should have announced it, but that's my bad. All right, chat. Welcome back. No Name Wrestling Podcast in the building today. Shout out to G and Lynn, who will not be here for today's episode. Hopefully, we can get them back next week so we can have the full squad together. As you can see, we got Mo on the pod as a guest. Who's used to be.
Thought that nigga was retired, but okay.
I don't know, man. He keeps coming back, bro. He can't stay away.
You Ric Flair, man?
Hey, man.
Terry Funk?
I got pseudo fired at my job, so I'm here.
He ain't got nothing but time, man. He got nothing but time. So,
that's such a wrestler excuse, bro. Come back.
You got 90 days, bro. You got 90 days now, bro. You do what you want.
Shit crazy.
90 days, man.
Fuck him.
So today's episode, we're going to be diving into some different personal opinions of everybody individually. Today's episode is going to be wrestling opinions that we will defend, or that wrestling opinions that we strongly have that we will, we'll see what everybody has. I'm not sure what everybody else wrote down, so I'm not sure what everybody has. But Momas is crazy. Is Mo back? I don't know, bro. You gotta ask Mo if he's back or not. I'm not sure, bro. He's still in the group chat, so
we'll see what the job says.
We're not sure of Mo. Mo's a part-time right now, right? Roman Reigns.
But just in case, go ahead and get your nickname. Get your nicknames running in chat, just in case. We don't want to take any chances.
I don't know about Roman Reigns. He's like 2017 Brock Lesnar, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
Part-time.
That's an insult.
I know, nigga. So I said it.
Fuck you, bitch.
That's crazy. Part-time is part-time.
Love you too, bro.
I do. Before we do start, though, I do have an announcement that I'm going to share. So we talked about this before a little bit, but I have put together a Discord for the No Name. So I'm going to go ahead and drop that in the chat for you guys to join. Feel free to join the Discord. Hopefully, I want to see if I can pin this at the top, actually. I don't know if I can pin this or not. I can. Can I pin this? Well, I don't know if I did or not, but we do now have a Discord, so please, feel free to join the Discord if you guys want to. There's a lot of people that follow us, been always asking to talk wrestling with us and stuff like that. So when you get to the Discord, please follow the rules and regulations. There's introductions in there, so please introduce yourself, let everybody know who you are. That way we can get familiar with who you guys are as well. And then there's other things in the Discord that will be discussed as well that are set up in there. So hopefully you guys enjoy. But appreciate everybody who's always been tuning in for the No Name, and hopefully continue to grow the community. So the Discord is in the link. Make sure you guys join. Feel free.
Yes, sir.
We'll be more active in the Discord, and then there'll also be things in there as far as like announcements, things that you guys can be a part of as well, like suggestions for shows that you want us to do. So you guys can be a part of the community as well, as far as giving us ideas of things that you want to see the podcast about. So.
And all these nicknames Mo got, man. AI is a great tool. That's all I'm gonna say.
AI is a great tool.
That's a great tool. That's all I'm gonna say.
If we do another AI episode, we got to type in the best nicknames Mo on the pod, right? Just to see what it says. What's the best Mo nicknames?
I see Moshi Tatsu. That shit is hilarious. That shit.
Mo GPT.
Mo GPT is crazy.
I hate it here.
That is wild. So before we start, though, we'll do a little variety of different games that you guys are familiar with, but haven't done them in a while. So I figured it'd be fun, especially since Mo's here. Do a little throwback to some original games that we've done on the pod before. So first one, the first two actually we're going to do. Actually, the first one, we'll split these up. First one we're going to do is one word association. I think you guys know how that goes. So basically, I'll just name one superstar. And you guys will go individually, just saying the first word that pops into your brain. So, and we'll go one at a time. So we'll let Nate go first, and then Mo, and then Jade will go last. So, one word association with these WWE superstars. Let's start with John Cena.
Dope.
Yeah, I was gonna mute like a goat.
Mo, what'd you say?
Ace.
Okay. Jade.
Well, he took goat, so I'll do Wish.
Wish.
Make a wish.
Right. Okay. Let's go Gunther.
You know what? Tainted.
Misunderstood.
I didn't know I was going to be saying this 6 months ago. So Triple H could get on your goals, but underutilized. Like, what are we doing?
Great Khali.
Ass.
Bitch ass nigga.
Whoa, what?
I'll explain my hate later. I'll explain my hate later.
What the fuck?
I'll explain my hate later.
That is insanity.
said, I
That's
got
more than
one
one
word
word,
for
but
Sell, as in learn to.
gosh.
Or couldn't sell a ticket.
Yeah.
All right.
Couldn't sell a
Let's
ticket.
go.
Couldn't sell a move. Couldn't sell
Couldn't
a
walk.
movie screening. Couldn't.
Let's
Niggas
go.
just sorry.
All right, let's go. Let's
Juan May
go.
Brown.
Let's go. Let's go Danhausen.
Go ahead, Nate. Nate's got a bunch of words.
Got a lot of words. Already said ass. Depression.
Golly.
Overused.
Very much.
Shirts.
That's a lot of those.
He does sell a lot of shirts. He does sell a lot of shirts. Let's go Sami Zayn.
Oh man, Sami Zayn. What can I say? What can I say about Sami Zayn? Polarizing. Never thought I'd say that about Sami
Overhated.
Zayn.
Yeah.
Yours was what, Mo?
Overhated.
Very true. Very true.
Okay.
Shit's forced.
Bloodline, because he doesn't get enough credit for his role in making that what it was.
Yeah.
What about Edge?
Slimy. I can change it. I got another word. Terrorist.
Oh my gosh, I don't know which one's worse.
Kevin Durant.
Bruh. Don't do him like that, bro. Don't do him
Kevin
like
Durant
He's literally Golden State Kevin Durant.
that. Nah, bro. Nah, he didn't run. He didn't run.
He kind of did.
I mean, he ran away, but he ain't joined no damn super team, bro.
That's true.
My word's going to be
Took the easy way
Sean
out.
because Christian's the Genetti.
Say that again. What did you say?
Said my word's going to be Sean because Christian's the Genetti.
Jesus.
I mean,
Somebody
it is though.
Somebody said retire.
Nope.
Oh
he's not.
yeah. I would like him to. Yeah.
Oh right, you say retire. I thought he meant retired. Like no, he's not.
Let's go. Let's go Jey Uso.
I already said it.
Man,
for
fuck
Great
it.
Khali. I'm gonna take this
Osama.
one.
God.
What is going on, bro?
Yeah.
That's all I see. That's all I see whenever Jay.
He cooked.
That's all I see, bro. That's all I see.
Yeah. Kim Jong Us. That's who he is.
That's all I see.
I hate him. I hate
all I
him.
see.
I hate him.
Oh my gosh.
Really
All right,
dislike
Jade. I don't know how you're gonna top those two, but
I
Saddam
can't.
Hussein.
So I'm just going to go.
let's go some of the ladies. Let's go Trish.
Colors.
Oh gosh.
Pioneer. I'm gonna be nice. Pioneer.
Oh shit, that was ass. Oh, I'm sorry.
Magazine.
I thought you were gonna say maggot. I was about to be like, what? Jesus.
Yo.
I was about to be like, what the fuck?
Magazine, bro. What is going on with these?
Wait, Jay, magazine. Wait. What's on your?
Yeah, y'all didn't catch that? Like, yo.
What's in your shoe?
Magazine.
box?
Yeah,
What's in
it's
your-
like, wait a minute.
Look. Okay, stop.
Yeah,
for a
let that slide.
Just pause. We've already established.
Pause
I
and
grew up in high school about 10 years before you guys did, right?
Damn.
When Trish Stratus was doing her thing, the internet wasn't so much a thing. If you wanted to see pictures of Trish Stratus, you had to buy magazines. And every time you walked down the magazine aisle at Walmart, she was in every freaking magazine. So, magazine.
Magazine.
I know you had plenty.
Yo.
I didn't say I bought them. I just stood in the aisle at
Amen.
Walmart and looked at them. I didn't have any money.
Price.
And man, I'll give you my PO box, bro.
Price.
Research.
PO box is crazy.
Hey man, I need money.
Let's go.
But
Let's
that
go,
for a
Lita.
Ooh, Lita. Ooh. As much as I don't like to look at Trish like this, I mean, I guess Macho. She's a Macho to Trish's Hogan. Number 1, number 2.
Crush.
You said Crush. Valid.
Orton.
Oh, it's a Cena. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Orton.
Oh yeah, Orton to her Cena. Okay.
Charlotte Flair.
Honestly, at this point in her career, you could say overhated, but you could also probably low-key say underutilized. Low-key. Feel like they should be capitalizing more on her accomplishments, but and to elevate someone else, but
Somebody said cheater. Crazy.
Wow.
that's no.
Revived.
Alexa. It's kind of all she's got going on right now.
Yeah.
Some of these other names are so random. I honestly just want to see what y'all would say. Let's go Ronda Rousey.
Columbine.
Whoa, my God. I regret
Wow.
it. We're never playing this game again.
Just not with me, bro.
Sleep.
I should get the narcolepsy. It's crazy.
That is insane.
It's not a word, but I can give you a single number, 2018, because that was the only year she was good.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. This is such a random name. Let's go Oksana.
Teddy Long.
Gold Dust.
Ah, that's a elite pool. Elite ball knowledge.
SmackDown.
She was on SmackDown.
Higher overall than AJ Lee,
Yep.
It's crazy.
according to Mo.
Jada Parker.
I don't
don't
mean
know.
this in a bad way. I don't mean this in a bad way. Ass. I don't mean it in a bad way. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
I mean, potential.
Confusing. I don't really know what her character is supposed to be. She seems like a diet Bianca Belair. I'm not really. I don't really get her. I'm sure she does have potential, but right now, confusing.
They're not doing shit with her really either. So it doesn't help at all.
Yeah.
Somebody said cheeks. That's crazy.
Jeez.
I mean,
Last one. Let's do Nia Jax.
Oh. Saved. You know what I mean. Saved that Raw Women's division when Rhea Ripley had nobody.
brainwash. I ain't buy it when y'all was gassing her up. I ain't buy none of that shit. She still sucks.
Tag, because they love putting that woman in random ass tag teams.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Hey, she better than Ronda though.
That's true. All right, golly, that was something. Alrighty, let's
This
move
nigga
on to the
Nate,
next
bro.
one. This next one.
But hey, by the way, as someone who's been working his ass off as much as he can to lose weight, I'm about 95 pounds down now. Anyone who's talking shit about Nia Jax, about how she looks or how she may or may not have lost her weight, dude, fall off a cliff. Like,
she bad as hell. What the fuck?
Look, just who cares how she did it? The fact that she did it, she looks great. Just stop with that shit. That's so annoying.
Facts.
All right, we got two more we're going to play. This one is going to be fun. This is going to be what match is worse than this match. So I'm going to name a terrible match, and then I'm going to name a bunch of other terrible matches, and you're just going to tell me if these matches are terrible than the one that I named. So
We'll start with Jade and then just reverse the order.
all right, we'll do reverse order. So the terrible match is Goldberg versus The Undertaker.
Jeez.
Are these matches worse than the Goldberg Undertaker match? Let's start with Vince versus Brett at WrestleMania.
I'm gonna say it's not worse.
Okay.
No.
Hey, chat, appreciate you guys.
If If it wasn't because the history of Brett, I would say yes. But because of their history, I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Jerry Lawler, Michael Cole, WrestleMania.
I'm gonna say no because what did you honestly expect out of Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler at that point, right? So
Fair.
no.
Yeah, I second that. I think Cole and Lawler just went way too long, but
Way too long.
yeah, nah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no. I mean, they weren't gonna, even if you gave them 5 minutes, they weren't gonna put on a good match.
It wasn't gonna be good. Yeah.
DX, Brothers of Destruction.
Bruh.
There is a special place in my heart for the kind of hate and disgust I have for that match for a multitude of reasons. So yeah, I'm gonna say yes.
I look at these matches so evenly as just evil. Like,
Gotta pick one,
why?
right?
Why
view
did
it like
they
this.
even
View it like this.
happen?
View it like this:
Okay.
if you were forced to watch one again for one more time, which one would you pick?
Oh, jeez.
Ooh,
I'd
boy.
probably lean Goldberg Taker, just
Okay.
because I feel like Sean ruining his retirement was just asinine. You've ruined the greatest retirement story we will ever see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This might be a little controversial. I think DX Brothers Destruction is bad. I think it's bad. It's a bad match. I think the middle part is, I'm not going to say passable, but it's not like, it's not the seventh layer of hell. It's like number 5. Like it's not bad. Like or it's not terrible. It's not like the worst thing you'll ever see. It's like the big moments when Triple H tore his pec and Kane's mask fell off and HBK missed the moonsault. Like there's a lot of bad moments in it, but like in between, it's a psychologically sound match in between. Like it's not good. It's not good, but it's like, what were you expecting from these guys in their 50s or however old they were at the time? Taker Goldberg was just terrible. From the moment the bell rang, it was just fucking sucked. Undertaker was almost paralyzed. Kane was almost paralyzed, but besides that moonsault, there really wasn't any like, oh my god, like Jesus, like someone's gonna die spot. And compared to being dropped on your head in the middle of the ring, a knee to the head on a moonsault, like I feel like getting jumped on your head in the ring is more bad. So I think Goldberg Taker's worse by like this much.
Somebody said Kane lost his mask and hair. It's crazy. That is true.
Yeah.
insane.
Let's go 2015 Royal Rumble.
Now, are we comparing that now to the tag team match, or are we still going Goldberg Taker?
No, this is Goldberg. It's all Goldberg Taker.
It's all Goldberg Taker. Okay. 2015
Oh,
Royal
jeez.
Rumble.
Oof.
It's not worse. It's not worse. It's one of the worst booking decisions of all time, but it's overall front to back. I'd any day rather sit down to watch 2015 Royal Rumble, even knowing how it ends, than go through Taker and Goldberg.
Yeah, I second that. I feel like this is one of my most hated matches ever, the 2015 Rumble. But I'd rather watch a bad Rumble than watch two people almost kill each other. So
Yeah. The Rumble outside, if Daniel Bryan wasn't as hot as he was at the time, or if he already had his long reign and people were like satisfied with it, it'd still be a bad booking decision because Roman wasn't ready for that spot. But it wouldn't be as bad. Like a big reason why that match is bad is because people wanted Daniel Bryan to get his title back because he got injured and never got to have it back. So you take that away, it's like in ring, it's not bad. It's not a great Rumble by any means, but it's fine. It's a passable Rumble, especially for the 2010s. So I'd much rather watch the 2015 Royal Rumble than.
well, you think it's a
Goldberg
passable?
Undertaker.
Can I side quest for a second, just because I'm curious? What's the gun to your head? You have to watch one Rumble front to back, 2015 or 2022 men's.
15.
Oh God,
15. 2022 pissed me off.
2022 is worse than that because I think so too.
2022 is just boring.
I think
And I was
2015 is
there
the worst
live.
ever.
It's boring. Like there's nothing that happens. It's
Yeah,
not like
it is pretty boring.
Half the Rumble was made up of tag team guys. half the
it's-
Rumble was made up of tag
Yeah,
team guys.
That's
boring.
bad.
It's
Yeah.
boring. It's
Yeah,
not even
like-
like laughably bad. It's just a boring Rumble.
Yeah,
Compared to the two, though,
because it
I
starts with
15's
AJ and
worse.
Shinsuke, and then literally falls off a cliff.
Die.
from one and two. Like,
Then Bad Bunny comes out, which is cool.
I'd rather
I
watch.
guess.
I'd rather watch. For me, I'd rather watch 2022 because I don't think I've ever seen a Rumble based off a single elimination where the Rumble literally died after that. It's never it never
Yeah,
recovered.
2015,
Once Daniel Bryan got eliminated,
Yep.
generally you could feel the air leave the arena, and
Mhm.
nobody generally cared anything about the match because they wanted Daniel Bryan solely to win, and it literally ruined Roman's babyface push for the rest of his career. Like he never,
Yep.
they even brought out The Rock.
he was never
and
going to
The Rock-
recover from
The
that.
Rock couldn't even get him
Yeah.
to get cheered at the end. Like
Yep.
I don't think we've ever seen a Rumble based off a single elimination that literally ruined the entire
Died.
match.
Yeah.
yeah,
2015 genuinely infuriates me. At least with
Not to
2022, I've said before.
when the Authority eliminated 3 fan favorites in a row: Bray Wyatt, Ziggler, and Ambrose.
That's so
Dumped
crazy.
them out of the ring.
And
like
then
they were
Roman
garbage.
comes in and eliminates both. Just
That was
my
crazy.
God. Oh.
So speaking of the 2022 Men's Royal Rumble, that's the next one. 22
Oh, really?
Men's Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
Is it
go.
worse than Goldberg Taker?
no, it's not worse than Goldberg Taker, but one of the worst Rumbles of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I can't. No.
Yeah, no, I would not. No. No, it's
Jimmy
boring.
versus Jay.
Jimmy versus Jay. That is so interesting. Jimmy versus Jay. That match was buns. Oh my god. Yeah. The reason it's hard is because going into it, we kind of all assumed that Jay and Jimmy would have some chemistry, at least. They're freaking twins. They're literally the same person down to one chromosome. And then the total lack of chemistry was like, I don't think the actual action of the match was terrible. It was just that we were so ready to see this back and forth chemistry of brothers, this 20-year payoff, and then it just fell so flat. I still think, just based on the fact that Taker and Goldberg both nearly died in that match, I still have to go Taker and Goldberg as the worst match. But yeah, the utter lack of chemistry was totally shocking in the Uso match.
Yeah, I'd rather watch Goldberg. Excuse me, I'd rather watch Jimmy and Jay. Just it was asinine. The super kicks got to a point where I just sat there like, so this is what we're doing. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like they had every opportunity to make that a street fight, but at the end of the day, nobody almost died, bro. So
Yeah, that's my like silver line. I'm like, no one died. There wasn't like a point in the match where I was like, oh my god, it was just bad. It's just a
And
bad
you know
match.
you know what it is too.
Right.
When you think about like the Marvel movies and how good something like Infinity War or Endgame is, but then every once in a while you have to, just because it attributes to the story, you have to sit through a Quantumania or a Love and Thunder, right? So even though that match was terrible, it still was a part of the Cody Rhodes bloodline story. It had to be told. Goldberg and The Undertaker at that point in their careers, that was not necessary in any way, shape, or form. There was nothing you got out of that. But at least you understood that, yes, this match is not very good, but we know that it's a part of the story that's going to get told in the main event on night 2. So also has that going for
We
it.
got a couple more here. Let's go. Brock Goldberg, WrestleMania 20.
I know my answer.
Not obviously the crowd turned on it immediately because they knew what these guys were up to, and there's that part of it. They try to put Stone Cold in there to save it. It still didn't work. But again, I'm not seeing the lows that there were in Goldberg Taker.
Okay.
So I still got to go Goldberg Taker.
At least Brock and Goldberg was kind of funny. Like listening to the crowd just shit on it royally. Like that was kind of funny. So I can let that slide a little bit. Still a bad match. Still probably like bottom 5 Mania matches ever. But like, yeah, at least I laugh.
Yeah, I'm with Mo. The crowd made it more interesting. So
Okay.
Taker Goldberg's worse.
What about Miz versus Damian Priest when they had the zombies and shit?
I've never
God, that is a deep pull,
That's a
Malik.
deep pull. That's a deep
I
pull.
caught a lot of shit on TikTok at the time because I unleashed on this match and how terrible it was. It was disrespectful to The Miz. It was disrespectful to Damian Priest. It was a waste of airtime. It was a glorified movie trailer. Man, at least Goldberg and Undertaker was a storytelling wrestling match. I'll say that.
Storytelling.
What's the
I
story?
got.
That's
I
what
got
I'm saying.
no, I'm saying at least
Oh.
it wasn't a glorified movie trailer with Hollywood
yeah.
zombies around
Okay.
it.
Yeah,
You
that's
know
right.
what? I kind of have to say that The Miz and Damian Priest was worse because it wasn't really even a wrestling match, and The Miz got hurt. So
Yeah, he did.
I mean, yeah, I think I might say the more I think about it, if you gave me a few days to marinate on it, maybe I'd go back to Goldberg and Taker. But
That's the answer you want to stick with. That's fine.
gut reaction right now is Miz and Damian Priest was worse because it barely qualified as a wrestling match.
Mo,
I'm just gonna say Priest and Miz because I only seen clips for the match. I literally didn't bother to sit there and watch it, so I might as well like go back and see how bad it was for real, because I haven't actually watched the match in full. I just haven't.
The Walking Fed.
that was something.
The Walking Fed.
Wow.
Damn, that's. I mean, it's bad. Oh my god, that like it wasn't even.
I'd erase that from my memory, Malik. Thanks for
Jesus.
bringing
Like
that back.
TKO hasn't even. We haven't had a match like that in the TKO era yet. That's how bad it was. I think
Imagine
even there,
TKO do. People
I
would be
feel
like,
like-
bring back Vince if TKO
yeah,
did that shit.
I feel like I don't know. It's such a bad idea. I feel like that would never come back. You never know. But I don't know. That was such a terrible idea. That I don't even think. Yeah, I don't think Mark Shapiro could even think about some shit like that. I that's such a bad idea. I'm gonna go with that match. That's such a horrible idea. It's not even. Oh my! That's like a backstage segment. That is not a match. I don't think anybody could recreate that and actually think it's a good idea today. So
That's
no.
a good pull,
That'd be a
Malik.
funny
I didn't know if
segment.
anything was going to be worse than Goldberg Undertaker, but the more I think about it,
We got two
I feel
more
like
here.
I can guess. I feel like I can guess Malik's last one. I feel like I can.
We got two more. Let's go with Roman versus Brock at WrestleMania 34.
Ooh.
wow.
Big oof. Big oof. Oh my god.
Dude, those are both
I
so
just got
bad
mad thinking about it.
for completely different reasons. They were so bad. If I can't call it a draw, if I can't call it a wash,
Can't do that.
I have to say that at least if they had done the right thing and put Roman over, it would have told the right again. So there was a reason for that match to happen going into it. No reason for Taker and Goldberg to happen when it did. So just based on that, I'm going to say Taker and Goldberg was worse.
So yeah, the question is, what's worse, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess Goldberg and Taker. Like Brock and Roman just makes me angry. Like it's crazy. Their first match is literally my favorite match ever. Their second match is maybe my least favorite match of all time. Like it's just so infuriating. Malik says it all the time. You put the two most hated motherfuckers in the company in the main event of WrestleMania after what was almost a 5-hour WrestleMania where you made bad decision after bad decision. Fuck it, I'm saying Brock and Roman's worse. After bad decision. And you go out there and you put them in front of an exhausted crowd who they had been literally telling us for a whole year that they were going to do this match. And we were telling them for that entire year, we don't want to see this shit. And they still fucking did it. And they still fucking did it. And then had Brock win at the end after what was like, 20 minutes?
Yeah, something like that.
6 F5s, bro. Nate, what about you?
Yeah, if Hogan Yoko didn't exist, that's the worst WrestleMania main event. I swear to God.
I'm gonna give Roman Brock the edge because the crowd, like I do Goldberg and Brock, because at least the crowd knew it was bullshit. That Saudi crowd, they're not
They were trying.
at the time, to be honest, like, and probably still now, they're not like, I'm gonna say fuck it, real wrestling fans, bro. They just wanted to see all these old legendary people fight. They did not give a fuck
Say it
if
with your
Taker and
chest.
Goldberg were wrestling. They didn't care. They were just excited. Holy shit, it's Undertaker, it's Goldberg. Holy shit. Like they didn't care. They didn't shit on the match enough. Like if that was a real wrestling crowd, they would have shat on that match for
And that
the
was
8
even
minutes it
worse.
existed.
Yeah, that was even worse back then because it wasn't even fans sitting in the
Yeah.
first 10. It was the
Yeah.
Saudi princes and all that shit.
Yeah.
So that was
Yeah,
even
dude.
worse.
So yeah, at least the WrestleMania crowd knew that they were watching shit, and they let the people in the ring and in the back know this is awful. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
So give me I'll rewatch Brock and Roman just for the crowd, just to see the crowd absolutely shit on the fucking terrible ass booking decision that was put in front of us.
I hate that match
last
so much.
So
Last
stupid.
one, Rollins Fiend Hell in a Cell.
I knew it. I knew that was the last one. I knew it. I knew that was the last one.
Wow. That's the same year.
And people say
Like a-
2019 is just as bad as now. Fuck out of here,
No, it's
bro.
not. That's like 4 months after this match. These matches are like
outta
4
here,
months
man.
apart, bro.
Save the best for last.
So the red light was awful.
The red light was terrible.
Yeah.
The ending was maybe the worst ending to a match I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
Yep.
The stuff with the Fiend was awkward because they didn't really know what they had with the Fiend yet. They rushed into it. But at least Rollins tried. At least he tried because he knew the uneven hand that he had dealt to him. He tried everything he could. Bray tried everything he could. That match was just booked so far into oblivion, there was no coming back from it. So just out of respect for Seth and Bray, and at least they tried, there was just no getting around the booking in that match. I would still say that Goldberg and Taker is worse.
Yeah. Nah. Give me the Fiend and Seth Rollins was a genuine insult to my intelligence. Like
Facts.
I've never watched the match and felt like that was Vince calling me a bitch, like
To your face,
like,
yeah.
calling me a stupid bitch to my face. Like what the
Bitch ass nigga.
like
That's what he
literally
called you.
like
Said, you a bitch ass
like-
nigga, Mo. Look at this
bro,
match.
I'll never forget. Look, I'm gonna let Nate go, but I'm gonna tell the story of me of when I watched that match because Jesus
No,
Christ.
you tell it right now, bro. You tell
Okay,
right now.
I'll make it as quick as possible. So I went out that night after the Kofi squash, which was 2 days before this. A lot of people forget that it was 2 days before this. So I was like, I don't care about WWE right now. I'm just go outside. But I was like, in my head, I'm like, I'm probably still gonna watch Hell in a Cell, but later. So I go outside, I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? I go on Twitter. I was avoiding spoilers on that, but I went on Twitter. First tweet I saw was from Mick Foley. And I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was something like relating to the match. So I said, okay, yeah, something went down. Like something not good went down. You know what I'm saying? So I went. I was with my homie. I told him, "Yo, drop me off." This is before I had my license. I said, "Yo, drop me off." I go home. I turn on Hell in a Cell. I go straight to the main event. I say, I'm gonna watch the rest another time. I'm sitting there and I'm seeing the lights stay red. I said, "Nigga, what the fuck's happening? Like, what the fuck? Is this about to be like some kind of ritual or some kind of sacrifice? What are they doing with the Fiend?" So the light stays red and the match just goes on, and then we get to the fucking ending, gang. Jaw drops. I said, I sat there I was more shocked at that than when Jinder Mahal won the WWE Championship. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I could not believe what I still can't believe I still watched after that. I can't believe it to this day.
Man.
It's also funny to think that match is the reason they don't do the live watch-alongs anymore because of Gargano and
Yeah.
his thoughts on that.
They shat on that,
X-Pac
bro.
was like,
So
how
funny.
do you
That's so funny.
How do you get a disqualification? Hell in
In
a
a
freaking
freaking
cell.
hell in a cell.
Doesn't
They're
make
like, all right,
sense,
no.
bro. It doesn't make sense.
It makes no sense. And you know what's even worse? The next no. That was a year after it ended at Hell in a Cell in a no contest.
Yeah.
Braun and Roman, because Brock came in and that they just ended the match.
Oh gosh.
Oh jeez. I'm gonna be consistent in my reasoning. At least the crowd knew they were being fed bullshit to the point they were screaming AEW at the end. Even though The Fiend came back and took out Rollins. They did not give a fuck. They chanted AEW. They did not care. They said, we are done. We cannot wait till, I think Dynamite was debuting that week. I think it was debuting like
It
that
did.
week or like,
That
yeah.
was after the first episode. Yeah.
So it was like, yeah. So I'm gonna say Undertaker Goldberg's worse because at least the crowd knew they were being fed bullshit, and like Jade said, at least Rollins and Bray tried their best, and nobody almost died, despite Bray having his head under all that shit. He didn't almost die. So it's such a bad. The fact, bro, this was years ago, bro. There was a YouTuber who made a video defending that match. Like he tried to say like that match
What was it?
wasn't
Planet
bad.
Productions? Planet
Yes.
Productions? Yeah.
That shit pissed me off. That shit pissed me off.
terrible.
I almost unsubscribed from bro. I said, there's no way you said that.
All right, those are some good answers there. Last one we're gonna do here. This is something different we haven't done here before, so this is gonna just be your personal preference and opinions here. If you were starting a wrestling promotion, all right? If you were starting a promotion of your own, how many of these individual superstars would you take over Shawn Michaels? We're talking just as a superstar, right? Like if you had your own promotion and you're on mute, Jade. You gotta unmute yourself.
We're assuming we're in a time warp where everyone's in their prime, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
I mean, everybody's in their prime. If you had your own promotion, how many of these individual superstars would you take over Shawn Michaels on your promotion? So we'll start with we'll go from we'll start with the same order. So Jay will go first, and then Moses and Nate. We'll start with Kurt Angle.
Oh gosh. Listen, you know me and Sean. I don't know how many of these I'm going to actually take. Kurt might be a close one, but no, I draft Sean over Kurt.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm taking a soul over Shawn Michaels, to be honest. So no.
Yeah, I mean, you can build a promotion around either version of Shawn Michaels. You can build a promotion around, especially in 2026. He literally has everything. Kurt does too. Don't get me wrong, but give me Shawn.
For sure.
Fair. Let's go with Stone Cold.
Again, that's a close one. Operating with, hindsight, but I would book Sean like the star he should have been booked as. Not that he wasn't, but even as much of a star as Sean was, he was so underutilized in his prime. So I'm still taking Sean. That's hard though.
That is tough. Austin's probably the bigger, not even probably, is the bigger draw, but it's just like are we thinking like in 2026 type thing or just any time frame? Like,
No, we're talking like
never
just
rebuilding.
at their best.
At their best. Man.
If you had to pick one, which one would you take? You either want the draw power or you want the consistency.
Sean.
Yeah. If your booking strategy or I guess business strategy is to kind of like start hot out of the gates and then build around that for like a few years, like 3-4 years, build around that and then make another star, Stone Cold is your best option. But if you you need somebody who can work with anybody, who still has who can still be recognized, and has the popularity and bring fans in, like old, new, like whatever, and you want to be consistent and you want to build around him for about 10 or more years, because when Shawn retired, he had at least 3 good years left. Like he could have kept going. Like there was he could have kept going. So I'm gonna go Shawn because that's how if I were building someone, had the opportunity to build around somebody like a Shawn Michaels, like someone with his popularity and his like ability, I would build around him for 10 years and like obviously build other stars. But Shawn, for what I would do, Shawn is my better choice.
Okay, what about Undertaker?
God. Sean's my 1A, but Taker's my 1B, man. The Undertaker. Holy crap. No, Sean is 1A, man. I'm sorry. Sean is 1A. Yeah, I got to go with Sean.
Sean is fair. That's a fair answer. Can't be mad at that. I figured that would be a tough one. So those are usually kind of like 1A, 1B, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
I'll just go to Nate. I'll be right back. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Very
Go
good.
ahead. Be right back.
As much as I like Taker, and I think he's a great person to have in your locker room to hold it down. I mean, if I could have them both, I have them both. But
Right.
Taker is a cornerstone. He's not. You could build around Taker, but I think you'd have a bit of a harder time because that has to be your guy. And I really don't know if the Undertaker character can be the guy. That's why he never was the guy. He was always a cornerstone. He was always, someone in the background. Not someone in the background, but like someone to hold the roster down. So I'm going to go Sean just because I don't think Taker should have ever been and was never meant to be the face of any company.
Yeah, I feel like if we're talking about like especially with like the character of Undertaker, I don't think he's somebody you build a company around. But he's obviously like going to be a great hand to have. But Sean is somebody I'd rather build the company around. So
That's fair. Interesting. Let's go with Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie, if I had like the next pick in the next round would probably be up there. But for pick 1A, 101, it's Sean in that situation.
yeah, I'd agree with that. Sean.
Okay. Yeah. I'm assuming my company is not based in Mexico, so if it was, I 100% would choose Eddie. But Sean,
Mega draw.
Sean's just too good. Oh yeah, that would be
Mega draw.
Eddie Guerrero
For sure.
in his prime. Oh my God, yeah, he would have drew like hell in Mexico.
I got a few more here. What about Jericho?
AW.
It's still Sean. Yeah.
Sean.
Yeah.
Cena?
You said who?
John Cena.
Yeah. Again, I know people are going to be mad about it. I love John Cena. He is the GOAT, so maybe you think I'm a hypocrite by, saying what I'm about to say. He is the GOAT because you have to factor in accomplishments and longevity and all, but if I'm drafting, I can't pick John Cena over Sean, at least not in the first round.
Man, that's wow. See, I view it the same way as Jade. Like, Cena to me is the greatest of all time for WWE, but like, Sean might be the greatest wrestling talent I've ever seen, bro. Like, does literally everything at an elite level, or at least a great level. It's just, oof. But Cena's so reliable too. So is Sean. Fuck, this is hard. This is hard.
This is a very hard decision. I mean, I already made mine, but
For the sake of being interested, we'll go with Cena. I've said Sean for every other one. We'll go with Cena.
I think
that's a tie for me.
I don't think it's hard. It's just I love Sean so much, and it's like, damn, I gotta pick somebody over him. And like the one guy that was a no-brainer was John Cena. Like, all you literally have to do is copy the blueprint WWE did, do it better, like make some tweaks, and like because we've already seen what he can do. So like you bring him to your promotion, you're easily gonna be. You could take that number 2 spot, like in the country, in the world of wrestling. So Cena without hesitation.
All right. That was it. I just want to see.
Some of those were hard.
Those are questionable. All right, so let's dive into the topic of the pod. I'm gonna drop the Discord link again for you guys, just in case you guys are new and joining. We do have a Discord, so I'm gonna drop the link again for you all.
About the Discord, what's it called? I've been trying to join, but it keeps saying like iOS won't let me join because of age restrictions.
Try it again.
Okay, I'm gonna try right now.
It's your fault.
I had it set up for an age restriction thing, but I think I fixed it. So you can try again. It should let you guys join now.
Yep, I'm in now. Okay.
So it should let you guys join now. So you can try again. I do apologize for that if it wasn't letting you join before, but you guys should be good to join now. So let's dive into the topic, man, of the episode. Wrestling opinions that you will defend. Doesn't necessarily have to be WWE, I guess. Whatever you guys' preference are and you have. Everybody on here, I think, is very opinionated about certain things. So I'm not exactly sure what you all want to throw out there. I write mine down just to keep track of it and stuff. So I do want to see what you guys have to say, have to throw out there. So, Jade, I'm gonna let you start since you're the infamous opinionist, man. So,
Oh, man.
It's what they used to call me out west. I mean, should I just start with the big one, throw it back out there for shits and giggles? I don't rate
Throw it back
Triple
for
H
us.
as highly as everyone else does.
I don't know which one you're talking about because you got a couple.
Well, Triple H is the one. I mean, we literally ended up having like 3 episodes of the podcast dedicated to the fact that I don't rate Triple H as highly as everyone else. So I mean,
No, it's not even that. It's the names.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, bro.
It's not even that. It's
No,
not even the
back you
fact
up.
that you didn't. It's not even the fact that you said he wasn't top 10. That's not even the point. You said
It's
Kofi
not.
Kingston was above Triple H.
So
all
crazy, bro. And
I
I
did,
support
yeah.
your top 10, but yeah, I can't do that, bro.
Yeah,
Like
I
you
did.
said, he wasn't even top 30.
I did.
That's
And
crazy.
maybe that was a little wild. Like I said, I think I even said the next episode. Maybe I could have had him 27, 28. But
Oh, see this.
I don't. We don't have to get into the messy details, but I don't look at Triple H and view him as this industry changing phenomenon that a lot of people seem to look at him. I look at him as a solid contributing member to WWE success in the Attitude and Ruthless Aggression eras, but I don't look at him in the same vein as Michaels, Taker, Cena, Austin, The Rock. He just isn't in that group for me.
That's fair. When you say it like that, that's fair. But then when you say the names, I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
We don't have to get into that.
No. Yeah, that's another. Am I next? Are we going in that order?
Sure,
You
go
go next.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna just throw it out there because we've had this conversation time and time again. I think Roman Reigns' case for top 5 is one of the most flawed arguments I've ever seen in all of sports, and I'm leaving it at that.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Love him,
my-
but yeah.
Yeah. Not top 5. Mine is, I've said it before, and I'll keep saying it, and I had to say it in SummerSlam season because my God, Nexus being buried was not a bad thing. Michael Tarver, I keep telling y'all, nigga, like what the fuck, fuck was Michael Tarver about to do? The fuck was David Otunga, green ass, runs like he got a stick up his ass, Otunga. The fuck was he about to do?
Oh
The
my
fuck was the niggas
God.
about to do? Nah, bruh.
But it at least could have
Vince
bought
is
them
right.
some time. It at least could have bought them some
Nigga,
time.
they don't need no time, bro. They needed 3 years to get
3
decent.
years.
So
Holy crap!
Hell no.
3
Hell
years.
no. They
3
made
years
the
is
way
wild.
they did it. The way they did it was fucking stupid. But the decision, I back Vince and Cena 100% on that shit. Fuck that shit. Nah.
So I think the booking decision there, I think, is similar to the way that I think about not the match, just the booking decision of Seth and The Fiend. The booking decision to put Seth over in that scenario maybe wasn't even the worst decision in the world. It's just a matter of timing. It was done way too early. It was done way too soon. The Nexus should have been allowed to run roughshod over WWE for at least another 3 months before they were ever put into a match against not just a 7-on-7 match, but a 7-on-7 match against Cena, Jericho, Edge, Bret Hart, whoever else was in that match. Like that match was done way too early.
I agree. I think they could have done like Barrett Cena at SummerSlam with a bunch of Nexus shenanigans and then built to Survivor
Have Barrett
Series.
win that. Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that would have been a perfect Survivor Series payoff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, they rushed that shit.
Golly. All right. Those are some. I think those are some of the ones that everybody has said majority of the time. Mine kind of counterpoints to Jade a little bit. about the Triple H stuff. There's nobody that's gonna tell me he's not top 10 all time in WWE. I'm sorry. There's not 10 names better than Triple H in WWE history all time. If we're talking all of wrestling, sure, I'm not gonna say that, but we're talking as a WWE career. He's literally had some of the best stories and matches the company's ever seen. One of the greatest heels of all time. He checks off every box, and you could maybe even argue that he was the perfect guy to help make the other top stars that needed to be at the top position.
I wouldn't argue that. I think Triple H has a little bit of what I call, and again, maybe you've got other better examples, but Triple H before Dolph Ziggler had a little bit of that Dolph Ziggler quality where you want to put somebody over, put them in a match with Triple H. I don't dispute that at all because I think Triple H, again, was a quality in-ring performer, and I think he worked his butt off every time that he was in there. But do I think if I was booking him back then, I would have evolved him past putting people over with him? Maybe not. But no, Triple H is a bona fide Hall of Famer, very successful. Again, you guys say all the time. In fact, some of you said this to me in other conversations. There are levels to this, and there's a level that people put Triple H at that I just don't.
I'm not saying Triple H was ever the guy. You know, he's not top 5. He's not Mount Rushmore, but there's not 10 people in the company's history better than him. Not to me. You're not going to name 10 people better.
I think he's the greatest heel outside of Vince. I'll say that.
He's the greatest superstar heel.
I'd still rate Orton over him. I think
That's okay.
He got his ass whooped by Ric Flair.
Maybe 09 Orton is slightly overrated, but I think overall, I think.
That's one I really wanted to talk about. Oof. Orton in general. In general.
Oh, Orton. Damn.
In general?
Oh, that's getting nasty. That's getting nasty. That's gonna be
and
nasty.
I know the Randy fans are gonna tear me apart.
That's nasty. That's getting
because
nasty.
they don't like honesty. They don't like honesty.
Oh my God, Orton.
What do you want to say then?
Orton fans are like Roman fans, almost don't like the honesty.
Say it, Mo. You might be.
How do I want to put this? Because I love Randy, and I don't want to make it seem like I don't. I feel like his longevity it gets a little bit overstated sometimes because there's way too many years in his prime where he was just kind of just there. And I think people forget that a lot. And they tend to rank him. Like when I have to sit here and argue that he's not in the same realm as John Cena, and people take offense to that, I'm just like,
he's not. He's not.
Like,
yeah,
what?
Yeah, because 2011 to 2013, Randy Orton was kind of a tough watch. I'm not gonna lie. When he was just
2017 and 19 was just
middling away on the worst era of SmackDown ever. Yeah, that was a tough watch.
Yeah, no.
And like, there's certain times where it just felt like Randy just doesn't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't like as channel changing as Brock when he didn't care, but he wasn't far off.
I feel you.
Still love Randy. When he's at his best, he's fucking incredible. One of the greatest talents we've ever seen.
He also benefited from the RKO, which obviously was just one of the most iconic finishing moves of all time. Pop Factory, yeah. So,
still love you, Randy. No hate.
Yeah, I wasn't going to get on Randy about his entire career. I was talking about 09 Orton. I mean, let me just throw out another obvious one for me. Dolph Ziggler is one of the most historically underutilized wrestlers in the history of any wrestling company, much less WWE. He was consistently one of the best in-ring performers on their roster. He was consistently, if he had a good story to sink his teeth into, one of the best promos on their roster. Obviously, there were injuries, but there were also plenty of windows in his career where injuries were not an excuse. They just flat out weren't using him.
Right.
He and Seth Rollins carried Monday Night Raw when Brock Lesnar decided he couldn't care to show up when he was the Universal Champion. So he also showed during pockets of his career that he could be one of the guys to help carry his show. And so, yeah, I know Nate's going to get nasty. I know. I'm not looking at Nate right now, but I will defend it to the day I die. Dolph Ziggler is supremely underrated and underutilized in his career.
I mean,
I
I
agree.
ain't gonna say nothing nasty. I just stopped caring. So
Stop caring.
I just stopped caring. You know.
It got to a point where I stopped caring about Dolph too, and that's because of his booking. Like his
Yeah.
booking was just so bad,
Yeah.
honestly. So
Well, now he gets to be a world champion on TNA, even if it's in his 40s. I don't care, and he can just be
Facts.
the man he should have
Yeah.
always been.
Facts.
I guess I'll go. I just wrote this down because we were talking about Triple H, not about him as a wrestler. So this will be fun. I'm just gonna say it, bro. He does not deserve the fans' trust. He broke that shit when he got
Yeah.
on a podcast and said that we need to bring kayfabe back. When, first of all, nigga,
I didn't even know he said that.
the curtain call.
I didn't
He
either.
said Triple H said, I wish we can go back to a time where it was more like, oh man, where it wasn't like, damn, I can't believe they wrote that, and it was more like, damn, I can't believe, why would that guy do that? Like, why would that piece of crap do that? Like, first of all, nigga,
You
Curtain
broke
call.
it.
curtain call, nigga, you got punished for that. First of all, second of all, don't you have an entire Netflix documentary painting you as this Scorsese's like figure of wrestling? Oh, I made WWE on par with Marvel. I'm so cool. Look at all these storylines. Look at our writing room. Look at our characters that we carefully craft. Oh, here's a calendar. Oh, you can see December through January. Oh, this is WrestleMania season, January through April. And then after, we have to build scenes. It's like, bro, you're literally giving the fans or the people an inside look, behind the scenes look into how you write your television show. You said WWE is a television show about sports. Nigga, it is a television show. When they kill Ghost off, yes, people hated Tariq. I will say that. Niggas hate Tariq. But also, people fucking hated Courtney Kemp for that shit. Bruh, writing's fucking terrible. All-American Season 8. I'm not like the characters, yes, but it's the writing. I'm not fucking stupid. I don't believe everything I see on my TV. If Love and Thunder's bad, nigga, I'm gonna say the writing's fucking bad. It's the writing. Yes, you can have terrible actors. Yes, you can have terrible people who portray these characters terribly. But it's the writing. You write the shows, especially when you're inviting people to see how you write your shows. After he said that shit, you can't be trusted because you don't want to take responsibility. He does not deserve the fans' trust. I can't respect Triple H anymore as a writer. Like, I try to give him the benefit of the doubt, but when he said that shit, I can't. Like, you cannot blame the people for the writing on your show when you're giving them an inside look on your writing. That shit doesn't make any sense.
I mean, Nate. I mean, Triple H, there's a lot of things he's not doing well right now, but I'll tell you what, I have never seen a man more successfully dog whistle and gaslight at the same time as Triple H constantly does on every podcast appearance he's on and every tweet that he sends out. Because when he looks at me and as a fan and says we should bring back kayfabe, that's a dog whistle. Because now he wants to go back to a period where we can't call him on his shit. He wants to go back to a time when wrestling fans didn't know any better. He wants to go back to a time when he could book like wrestling fans were idiots. Because 20 years ago, when he was doing his stuff, wrestling fans were idiots. We didn't know any better. But now we do. He wants to go back to a period where he can't be held accountable for his shit. That's what he wants to do. And I've already talked about Triple H and how he gaslights us, telling us that, oh, LA Knight would get over if fans would just get behind him when he was getting bigger pops than Roman Reigns during the peak of the bloodline. So gaslighting and dog whistling is all Triple H does these days. So I don't blame Nate at all for crashing out because that man he's on my last nerve at this point.
All right. Let's see. Which one do I want to go to? I'll go to this one. I've said this multiple times, and I'll continue to stand on this hill. Braun Strowman is the biggest fumble I've ever seen WWE do in my life. I'll never understand it to this day. I can't fathom and understand it. I don't know how they had somebody that they could have utilized so well for the potential in the palm of their hands and build that person up to the level where we all believed in that superstar, and they made it seem like they were going to capitalize on him, only to not do it. I'll never understand it. Like, they had so many opportunities to do so, especially in the era of Big Dog Roman, Brock Lesnar, Reign of Terror. Like, when people wanted something different and somebody different at the top, this guy had everything you could ask for a big man, from believability to strength, athleticism, size. He was credible. He was probably the most credible guy on the roster that you looked at that was a legit threat to Brock Lesnar of all people. We're like, yeah, I can think that guy can destroy Brock. I can believe that. And they didn't capitalize on it. I don't understand it. And by the time he won the title, it was in a match he wasn't even supposed to be in. And nobody cared. It was a replacement. It was a here nigga damn until Roman Reigns
in front of
comes
nobody.
back. It was a here nigga damn hold the title until Roman comes back. And they literally created a pay-per-view the week after SummerSlam just to pass the title back to Roman after he came back.
Get it back to him. Yeah.
I don't understand it. I'll never understand it.
Fresh off the boat is crazy.
Who's fresh off the boat?
I genuinely don't understand it. I can't understand how they had somebody that they could have utilized so well in that era, and he just became an afterthought where people just didn't care about him anymore.
And to be fair, Braun may be even more egregious than Dolph because JBL says all the time about Randy Orton, build a wrestler from the ground up, you get Randy Orton. You build a WWE wrestler from the ground up, you get Braun Strowman. I mean, that dude was built. And that's the sad thing is that Braun can't go to AEW or TNA because his style doesn't really fit in those places. WWE is the place where Braun Strowman should have been able to be exactly what he was built, especially like a lot of people will go back and point to when he was the black sheep in the Wyatt family and how he was so stiff and slow, not really in great shape, couldn't cut a promo. But by 2017, 2018, Braun was ready. He was ready. And week after week, he was just being fed to Roman and Brock and even Seth Rollins.
This is the same company. Mind you, he had a feud against Roman that he won. He won the feud against Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
All they had to have him do was beat Brock Lesnar at that point, and they never did. Every time he fought Brock for the title, he lost. Every time. Every match, every time, he lost. Didn't matter if it was a triple threat, fatal four-way, if it was one-on-one, never won against Brock Lesnar.
And I had the perfect chance at Crown Jewel. The perfect chance. I don't know why they didn't do it. When Roman relinquished the title, had the perfect chance. At least could have held it to the end of the year. Literally could have held it to the end of the year or the Rumble. Let Brock have it. Whatever.
Yeah, I generally don't understand that one. That was one of mine that I've always had. But I'll go with a good one. I've thought of different ones since I've always shared that one. This one is more recent. How do I say this?
Oh, Lord.
This is about Rock versus Hogan at WrestleMania.
Okay.
I've seen people say this narrative so much. It's one of the most stupidest fucking things I've ever heard in my life when it comes to wrestling.
I think I know where you're going.
The reason that people say this match isn't good because they say if you put it on mute, the match isn't good. Who is fucking watching wrestling matches on mute with no sound?
So stupid, and that's coming from me.
I'm trying to understand who willingly wants to watch wrestling matches with no sound, with no crowd reaction. If you lived in wrestling time during the pandemic and you watched WrestleMania with no fans, we all sat there and said, this could never happen again.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to sit through WrestleMania with no fans. I don't ever want to watch a match with no crowd sound. Crowd reaction is a huge part of wrestling events. When you go to shows, you're there to react. You're there to have fun, to enjoy. There have been matches that we've seen in history that were ruined because of crowd reactions. Go look at Seth Rollins, Dolph Ziggler, Extreme Rules, the Iron Man match. When the crowd kept counting down, you know what I'm saying? They ruined in the match, and it was a good match. But I can't fathom and understand how people think this match isn't one of the greatest matches ever because they say if you put it on mute, the match isn't that good. That's one of the newest takes I've heard, and I genuinely just can't understand it.
That's an old take. This is
new to me.
And that's an old take. I heard this years ago.
Yeah, I used
as
to
old as it is stupid.
Yeah, this is news to me. So I don't understand who wants to watch wrestling matches on mute. This isn't like the NBA or like the NFL and stuff like that where you get a little pass by that. This is professional wrestling we're talking about. Crowd is a huge part of what makes the shows fun. Every great match you're gonna think of had a great crowd reaction to it.
I mean, even in the NBA, if you go to a game 7 with no fans, what is that? I understand you're winning the championship, but it's like the crowd gets you going.
Imagine that Clippers Nuggets game 7. Yeah, imagine that in front of a crowd. That would have been even better.
Yeah. So I get even to sports, crowds are so important to live events in general. You're not doing
it's the lifeblood of professional wrestling.
Let's go to that concert, but then let's not react to that.
Right. Yeah, let's
just sit on our hands and be quiet.
There's some versus
and
battle.
the thing is, you could argue that match wasn't a world changing in ring performance, because
No.
it wasn't. It was The Rock and Hulk Hogan, but wrestling has so many pieces that go into it. It's the in ring, it's the promo work, it's the charisma, it's the choreography, and then outside of that, the fans, the lights, the pyro, the music. It's all a part of it. You take one piece of that away, and of course, it's not going to be as good as it was. Could the match have been better? If that match was 30% better in ring, we'd be talking about one of the greatest matches of all time. It's still a top 10 match for me. And you, even if you want to say, well, yeah, that's because of the crowd, I would say, no shit.
Yeah. It's wrestling.
Okay,
that might be the
your
greatest
point.
crowd reaction we've ever heard to a match. Not like it was so crazy they had to change everything in the match on the fly.
That's what I'm saying.
A crowd reaction, and that's what makes it so interesting. Is that I can't think of another match in my entire encyclopedia brain of wrestling matches that I've seen in 30 years where they went into the match with one story and left the match with a different
Completely
story
changed
strictly
everything.
because of what the
and
crowd
that's
said.
I
and
gotta
it's
watch
crazy
that today.
because
great.
that it shows how great The Rock, and as much as I hate him, Hogan were at their craft.
Crowd
Like,
control. Yeah.
crowd control. And it's not even the fact that the crowd controlled them. They changed it, but they were still professional enough to take the crowd on a journey. They said, okay, they're reacting this way, but we're going to change this, but we're not going to let them control us. We're still going to orchestrate the crowd. We're still going to control how you feel. We're going to take you on this ride. And it shows you how great those two are. And that's a part of wrestling that a lot of fans don't understand. You don't understand that until you actually like learn from other wrestlers, right? You hear them talk in an interview, or maybe you go to a seminar, or maybe you start training yourself. That is a part of wrestling that a lot of fans do not understand until you actually start to get behind the scenes of wrestling. In WWE, you have agents. So they already had, I don't know who was the agent to that match, but obviously they had to change everything on the fly. Like you have people who meticulously go through your match and plan things out. You have time, you have to hit these cues, and they change that all. And it shows truly how great those two are. And that's why those two are top 10 superstars. Hogan's top 5. So, I mean, as much as people want to shit on him, he's top 5.
Absolutely.
But can I, because that match was in Canada, right?
Yeah.
Toronto.
So that kind of leads into this. This one's kind of extreme, and obviously logistically, I know that it's not possible. That doesn't change the fact that I think it would be tremendous for the wrestling product, and I believe this for months. And it was really the Cody Rhodes AJ Styles match in France that really drove this point home for me. I would be in support of WWE moving all of their live events out of the country for at least a year. Because not only would the shows be better because the crowds are better, but you have to think about why the crowds are always so much better in places like France and England and Puerto Rico and wherever. It's because they don't get WWE. Not to say they don't get it. I mean, they don't have access to it, not live. So when they do get it, it's like, we're not going to get another one of these for who knows how long. So we need to experience this as much as we possibly can. And that's the reason there's so much energy and the chants are so creative. And every match feels like a main event. Is because they treat it like it's the last show they're ever going to get, because maybe it will be. And so I think if you, again, logistically, I know it's impossible, but I think if somehow, some way, you could take live events away from Americans for at least a year, I think the shows would get better in the States, because you'd have a new appreciation for what you didn't have access to for that period of time. So it's a fantasy booking thing. I understand it's never going to happen. I want to make that very clear. I understand that. That doesn't change my opinion that if we were able to pull it off, I think it would be better for the product in the long run.
That was my. Who wants to share next, man?
I'll go, because we're on crowds and stuff. And we're talking about WrestleMania 36, and I stand on this. I will continue to say it. WrestleMania 36 is better than WrestleMania 31 or 41.
Oh,
41.
I almost had a stroke.
41.
Oh,
41. WrestleMania 36 better than WrestleMania
Okay.
41.
All right, we good.
Just
All right,
I've,
go
I've
ahead.
said it countless times.
41.
WWE, yes, WWE in 36, they over delivered with what they were given. They had nothing and they
Right.
made that shit work. 41, you literally had you had John Cena's retirement, Jey Uso skyrocketing in popularity. You had Charlotte and Tiffany having real beef. You had what else? Yeah, the Oscar, not Oscar, the Rhea Ripley Bianca match that was good. Like they had the Rome, like the 2 triple threat matches were good, and night 2 was cool. But like you had a lot of potential, you had a lot of hot stars, you had a lot of potential, a lot of stories that should have delivered, and for some reason they just missed the mark. Like for 80% of the card, like the build for that WrestleMania was so lackluster, and obviously coming off of WrestleMania 41, I think majority of us knew it wasn't going to live up to 40. But it didn't even come close to what I thought it should have been. Like it should have been so much more. It felt like they didn't even try. It felt like they were banking solely on people remembering 40 and being like, "Oh, WrestleMania last year was really good. We got to come back." And then they didn't give us anything. Like you had all the perfect pieces to have a good WrestleMania. Not as good as 40, not even as good as 39, not even close. But you had something. You had something there. 36, they had nothing. Literally, they had to change so many matches, and they still over
Vegas
delivered.
crowds suck, bro.
In the Vegas crowd.
I agree.
Vegas crowd,
I
terrible.
agree.
Vegas crowds are
Absolutely.
not good, bro. They suck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like they're
Yeah.
not,
Yeah, even
it's not-
at 42, like Nate was there too at 42 this year.
bro.
Niggas was sitting
they're not
hands right
good.
next to me. I'm like, yo,
Because the people who could afford front row aren't wrestling fans, or they're not.
They're
They're
not.
not hardcore wrestling fans. They'll go to a WrestleMania or a SummerSlam or Royal Rumble, but they don't watch the product, so they don't know 90% of the roster.
People in Vegas go to WWE events. They go to WrestleMania the same way they go to Wayne Newton, Siegfried and Roy, a random magician. They go because it's Vegas and it's big, and almost no one who wants to be there. You know how expensive it would be to travel and go to a WrestleMania if it was in Des Moines, Iowa, and now you want to put it in Las Vegas, Nevada, one of the most expensive tourist cities in the entire world, and you expect real wrestling fans to be able to make that trip? Give me a break, man.
shit was
Like,
expensive, man.
I understand that it's money and it's business, but it's so sad to see because we had the back-to-back Vegas manias. Now we've got the Saudi mania. And that's why Triple H can do all the yapping online that he wants about how much he cares about the fans. But you talk with your actions first. And the fact that you've got 3 straight unaccessible WrestleManias to real wrestling fans when WrestleMania is already inaccessible enough speaks volumes to what their business model is.
I'm sorry, that
So
comment is hilarious. He said no EO for this year's WrestleMania. It was booking malpractice.
I'm telling you, and that again coming from me.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, who wants to say that? What else
I got you.
Go ahead. What you got?
If people would simply put their feelings aside and look at it for real, I think John Cena's last match really should be looked at as a classic. And I 100% agree with the tap out. Just because the aftermath was botched doesn't mean that the actual match itself was bad or the actual decision making was bad. Them booing Triple H, I felt like was just people being Cena fans. I was like, yeah, that's fine. I feel it. That's cool. But when people are genuinely still to this day making the argument that they completely botched that thing and John Cena should have won because of the retirement tour, I will never be in agreement with a wrestler winning their last match. I don't believe in that. I think it's wrong. I don't,
unless it's Sting.
especially when you know it's the retirement match. That's like to me. I feel like that's just wrong. I felt like the match was great. I felt like we got everything we wanted out of that. I thought Gunther's performance was great. The tap out was such a shocking visual. Like, how often do you see a crowd go silent off a match finish? Like they were dead ass silent. Like that shit was perfect. Now, how they booked afterwards was fucking stupid. But what does John Cena winning his last match do for anybody at the end of the day?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And there's somebody in chat saying it, and I heard this argument right after. If you wanted to do this, you should have had him pass out. Well, no, you can't have Cena pass out because not only is it boring, but you want to be able to have him have the post-match stuff, the celebration and the video.
Mm-hmm.
But Cena's a professional, so he's not going to pass out and then just wake up and do all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Right? So I would imagine someone probably pitched it to him. Why don't you just pass out? And Cena probably said, no, that doesn't make any sense. If you want me to get up and do this video and do all this other stuff, I'm not passing out. So, no, I'm sorry, whoever said that. This isn't directed towards you. I've heard this before. But that would have been even worse because that would have made even less sense. And if you're upset about Cena tapping out, here's my advice to you. Watch the product. I mean, what else did you expect to happen in that situation?
Yeah.
I knew it was happening.
Honestly,
I knew it was happening.
honestly,
It's what they were literally.
So
they were literally telling us going into it. But
Yeah.
watch the product.
Yeah.
Man. Watch the product before you start.
I
complaining about
would
it.
say I was not watching the product at the time, and even I knew. I said, "Oh, I saw one clip on Instagram."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, John Cena's tapping out."
Yeah.
Y'all, some of y'all's wrestling literacy is in the fucking
It's
gutter.
bad.
Like, dog, my God, y'all. Some of y'all, not you, whoever said, I don't know who said that, but I'm talking about like,
Bill's burnout.
I love you, Burnout. You
Shout out Burnout, bro. I be
Bro.
hitting on him, but
you're our biggest op. I swear to God, you're our biggest op. You funny as fuck. You funny as
Hey,
fuck.
at least he pops out every time. So shout out to him.
Right, for real. Shout out to you.
Oh, yeah,
But
oh, yeah.
I'm talking to like the wider dumbasses out there.
Right.
So
Sure.
yeah,
I also feel like too. I mean, realistically, I don't think John Cena gave a fuck, bro. Like, I don't think he really cared.
Right.
No.
Yeah, I think it's his last match ever. I genuinely don't think he's gonna wrestle again. I don't think he wants to wrestle anymore. For him, it's like, bro, I don't care, bro. Like, I'm never doing this shit
Not
again.
that deep.
So whatever. Like,
yeah,
it's
and
fine.
and as much as we shit on it, watch Unreal. Watch that episode. Watch John Cena will tell you why he tapped out. Like, as much as that documentary is full of bullshit, that portion I thought was really good.
That's one of the rare.
Yes.
Yeah, that's one of the rare good episodes.
Yes,
It's also
it
too,
was
just-
like,
I don't-
very good.
everybody has to understand too that wrestling is about giving back to the business. At some point, somebody had to do what John Cena did for Gunther. Somebody had to do that for John Cena to help make John Cena who he was. Somebody had to do it for Stone Cold. Somebody had to do it for The Rock, Roman Reigns. Like, everybody gets made because other superstars help make them. When the time comes, somebody's gonna help make that other person. That's what somebody has to do. You know what I mean? Like, we just saw Brock do it for Oba. When the time comes for Oba, Oba's gonna have to do it for somebody else. So it's a passing of the torch. It's a revolving cycle. Wrestling revolves and it moves on without you. So I get sometimes, the nostalgia hits and you want your favorites to go out on top, or you want your favorites to wrestle, somebody that they had legendary feuds with. And man, I get it. I understand that. Sometimes that's how it happens, but when you're a superstar like John Cena and you reach that level, I think it's your duty and responsibility to make sure that you do what you have to do to help try to make somebody else that's going to be there when you're not there. And I'm talking about be there for the next 5 years, maybe even 10 years, not somebody who's only going to be around temporary. Like Gunther's in his late 30s, but Gunther could still be around in the 10 years for WWE, if he stays that long. So I think it's important that everybody, when you have a planned retirement, sometimes retirements might not be planned, depending on injuries and stuff like that. But when you have a planned retirement, I think it's important for you to go out on your shield. And the real legends, I think, fully understand that.
Yeah, when people sit here, appreciate you. People sit here and tell me, like, the pass out argument, I can understand, to keep the mystique of John Cena, I guess. But when people are sitting here and still arguing to this day that he should have won, and their main argument is the retirement tour was bad, so he should have won his last match to make up for, no.
Yeah.
Because listen, I do agree that the retirement tour could have and should have been better, right? But when we really step back and look at it, everything people wanted out of that retirement tour, like in terms of like accomplishments and matches, you got them. You wanted Punk and Cena again, you got it. You wanted Cena and Orton again, you got it. You wanted the 17-time world title, you got it. You wanted the IC title win, you got it. Like, yes, there was things that could have been better. I hated the heel run, I hated the Brock match, but to sit here and be like, oh, he should have won because his retirement tour was botched, I think is asinine. But that's just me.
That's a very good point. I never understood that either. I feel like every wrestler. I mean, sometimes it doesn't happen unless you have a great story there, like with Flair and Shawn or Shawn and Taker. Then I get that's a little bit different because there's a story there to be told that makes sense. But every top superstar, I feel like it's their responsibility to make sure that you put somebody over and make sure that you help make somebody else a part of the future. Because if you don't do that, then we wouldn't have other legends that could thrive in the system. So
I agree. Yeah.
LOL to the people in chat saying, "Oh, but Cena rolled out of the ring on a KO
He does that
15
all the
years
time.
ago." Stop.
He does that all
Just
the time.
stop.
yeah,
Shout out.
That's
Cena.
not the same thing. And if you're acting like it's the same thing, you're not arguing in good faith. Just sit down. The adults are talking.
So Jay, what you looking out there?
Yo, Jay. Just kidding.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean that.
That's funny.
Oh man, what's another one that I have? Talk about Ziggler. Talk about H. Talk about day that I die. Right. This page and listen. This is kind of a back in my day type of opinion. I don't know how much you guys are gonna, even have to say about this or how much experience you have with it, but people remember this pay-per-view for the poorly booked main event, which is understandable. But as far as everything that happened in totality on that card, the just the pageantry of it, and just overall, Starrcade '97 needs to be remembered as one of the top pay-per-views of all time, and it's not. And obviously, it's a recency thing. I get it, and people hate how that show ended. I get it, but I know main event. But
look at the card again.
There is no. I just remember sitting there watching that show live and watching Michael Buffer announce Hulk Hogan and Sting when they were coming out to the ring, and I'm not sure I've ever gotten a bigger boost of serotonin from any wrestling match than watching Sting and Hogan make their entrances. And then the rest of the card is just underrated. So especially for the time when it happened, what was going on in the company at the time, I will argue to the day that I die that Starrcade '97 is way better than people give it credit for. And I think it gets too much of a demerit based on how the main event ended.
So this is a show I've watched once. I remember Guerrero and Malenko being good. Let's see here. I don't remember Zabisco and Bischoff. What the fuck?
Well, no, I mean every match has its down moment. That was that pay-per-view's down moment.
Saturn and Benoit sounds okay. That sounds.
I mean, obviously, notwithstanding.
Yeah.
Ravens rules. So.
Ooh, DDP and Mr. Perfect. Okay.
Carhan, yeah.
That sounds.
DDP and Mr. Perfect. That's one of my favorite WCW matches of all time.
Okay. That I remember a little bit. I need to rewatch it. I've only watched it once, and I just remember the main event just pissing me off. So,
Right.
Yeah.
But even if it wasn't booked well, right, the right guy walked out with the title, right? I mean, so they still made the right decision in the end.
At the end of the day,
so, but yeah, it's again based on when it happened. I love Starrcade '97.
James said Larry Zbyszko versus Eric Bischoff. That's what we caping for.
That's what we're caping for. That's not what I'm caping for. I just said yes. Every pay-per-view, every great pay-per-view has its down moment, right?
That's great.
So, I mean, all of them, 30, 31 and 34 and 30, whatever 26, 25, whatever WrestleMania you want to name.
X7.
Every WrestleMania has its down moment.
Yeah.
So, and that's that.
So 17 got one.
That's true. Nate, you got another one you want to share?
Yeah, man, I'll go. It's a recent one. I'm not caping for this opinion, but it did make me think. So I was at a bar last night. I saw a dude with a jean jacket at PWG on it. So we started talking about wrestling. And he said that Hangman and Swerve rivalry is better than Rock Austin. I got to think about it, but it's not a crazy take.
It's not crazy. In terms of like story quality.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, that's not
crazy.
Take. It's not
that's
a crazy
not
take.
Crazy.
It's not a crazy
Honestly,
take.
impact to the business is different, but
yeah.
So when let me say this. When you first said it out loud, Nate, my instinct was take away Nate's rights, right? That was my first. That's my first instinct.
God.
Or at least at least the guy in the bar take away his butt.
Someone clip that.
Yo, Jay about to get canceled, gang.
But if you think about the nuances, if you isolate the two and think about them individually, I could kind of see where he's going.
Yeah.
As far as like comparing old school versus modern day, WWE versus AEW. If both of these rivalries had taken place in the same company around the same time, might be a little bit harder to compare.
Yeah.
But having them be so far apart in time in two completely separate companies with two sets of completely parallel styles, I could at least see where he's coming from.
Yeah, it's not a bad take. It's not a crazy take. That's not a like. I would have to rewatch both, but that's not a crazy take.
I feel like the impact of obviously Rock Austin just disrespectfully clears.
Yeah,
but when people when
no.
you like people infamously agree, the build to WrestleMania 17 gets like we've gotten brainwashed into believing it was good because the My Way video package is a little peak.
Mm-hmm.
But like, why is Deborah a part of this story? Like, I think their best build is 19. I think the best build to their match is WrestleMania 19. But
if 17 had 19's build, that might have been one of the greatest.
Also,
already one of the greatest matches of all time. But
speaking of 19 as well, just quick little hot take. I think the Crack Addict video package is just as good as the My Way. That's just I think it's just as good.
I even add on to it. I think Crack Addict is a better WrestleMania theme than My Way.
Ooh,
hey, I wish
that's not crazy. That's not crazy. I like Crack Addict. I'll fuck with that song.
It's a really good song. Really good song.
Okay.
I'm mad it's not on platforms.
That's top three, bro. That's top three.
Yeah. Was you gonna say something about what I said, Malik? I saw you plotting.
Yeah, he was plotting.
I don't know if I can put it on Rock Austin, man, but it's not crazy to say.
Yeah, no.
It's too iconic.
Come back in like a couple months. See what we said.
I mean, story-wise, Hangman and Swerve was a really good story, though. They told really good stories and had really good matches. They executed very well. But, man, even though Rock Austin, like 17th bill wasn't good, I feel like the other ones were just good. Like 15 bill was solid.
15 was good.
15 was good. 19 was good.
Which, to be fair, when he's making that argument, we're not, from what I understand about it, we're not comparing specific matches or specific builds, right? We're comparing the rivalry totality front to back. So.
That's interesting, though. That's interesting.
It's
not mad at this at all.
It's not crazy.
It's not as crazy as I first thought.
Yeah.
I'll say
It's an
that.
interesting take.
See, someone, Matt Thunder just said Rock and Austin don't have a segment that's better than Hangman setting Swerve's house on fire. I mean, the beer truck segment. Ooh, the beer truck.
I mean, the beer truck.
Beer truck's iconic.
The
That's
beer truck is
iconic. That's
Man,
iconic,
come on.
bro.
Bro,
Let's not now we're turning on crazy.
When you think of Attitude Era, that's like an image right there. Like Austin sitting on top of the beer truck. Everybody in the audience is losing their minds, bro. Like,
I don't know if I can name a crazier
the best part of it is when Vince is swimming in the ring.
Yes.
That's the best part.
So good.
The two greatest pops of the Attitude Era are the beer truck and then Austin coming back to help Mankind and win the title. I mean, undoubtedly, unquestionably.
That's some shit.
I wish I could have lived through it.
I would put when he came back and helped Rock win the title at Backlash too. Rock beat Triple H.
Oh yeah, oof! That pop is that
crazy.
pops in. They got a double pop.
Y'all think
when Austin comes back and then when Rock wins?
If they redid that segment today, the beer truck, what product do you think would sponsor that segment?
Prime truck. Prime truck.
If Logan does that,
the Prime truck.
Prime truck.
You don't think Real American Beer would sponsor?
They don't have any beer sponsors, do they?
Real American Beer.
Real American.
They have Cody's. It's not beer, but it's vodka.
No, it'd be the vodka.
Wheatley vodka.
Wheatley vodka. Wheatley American vodka.
That shit would be hilarious.
It's gonna be the Cody bus. It's gonna be the bus. Cody's bus.
Damn, Mo froze, bro.
Because they did recreate that with the milk truck. And
Yeah,
that was good too. But it was like
that was cool. But it wasn't. Yeah, that's hilarious.
That's like
the milk truck was hilarious. The beer truck, the beer truck probably should have been hilarious, but
All right, Mo.
What just happened?
I maximized it.
Oh.
Maximize Mo.
Right as he froze too. That's what's crazy.
Mo maximum.
I can't even remove it because like his thing's not even in here. I can't even.
When you think back on the beer truck incident, you know, you might think, oh man, that's funny, that's memeable, whatever. But I'm telling you, I wasn't there live in the arena, but I was watching it on TV. Single-handedly one of the coolest things I've ever seen on like you're just so many the crowd, Austin driving the truck out, like Malik said, McMahon swimming in the ring, everyone stumbling over each other. Just never seen anything like
That whole
it.
segment
Probably
was
never.
like they did a lot of great stuff, you know, during the Austin the Austin funeral that they had with Rock, and you know they were doing all
Yeah.
types of crazy shit back then. He threw him off the bridge,
Yeah.
and all types of crazy shit.
Dude, the bridge is one of my favorite
I
moments.
wonder
Again-
how many people they had down there when he threw the belt. They're like, all right, we got to get this belt out of this water.
Yeah.
So I wonder how many people they had down there ready to swim.
Those poor interns.
I always assumed it was just a fake, but
It could have been a fake too.
But
It
yeah.
could have been a fake. You know,
I love it.
that was a good-
Midstream.
that was a good time right there.
What was it? What is it? Rock. He go to hell. He just
Yeah.
touches
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Sound dumb as fuck. He said, "Go to hell."
I don't know, bro. I think Rock Austin 15. That's probably their best build. I'm not gonna lie. That build was crazy, man. Like
I ain't mad at that.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at that.
One-
I seen someone say,
19 was good.
I seen
Yeah.
Oh, but 19 had the
That's-
Rock concert though. Ooh, man.
yeah, that was the Sacramento one, right?
Yeah, that Rock concert was too good. That's too legendary.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what
And the hurricane being Rock is
Nigga
crazy
called him the
too.
hamburger. Bro.
Fantastic.
That's one of the
Oh my
greatest.
God.
Lines. That's one of the greatest lines I've ever heard. I need
So
to know
good.
if that was off the top of the head or if that was scripted. Because when he called him the hamburger, bro, they should have made t-shirts. Out of that. They could have made. Money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah. I will say one moment that always makes me laugh. It's just the timing and the noise. It's when Austin hits McMahon with the bedpan, bro. That shit
Oh yeah.
Yo.
every single time.
I'll take it from here, nurse.
When they smacked him with that bedpan, that was legendary, bro.
Boom. It's so
That was
good.
nasty.
So many things that happened. That hit the birth of Mr. Sacco, all types of shit, man, happened. Like
So good.
oh,
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh, that's right. Sacco was born when McMahon was
yeah,
in
he
the
Yeah.
hospital.
he brought in Yerpel, the clown and shit. Vince was
Yeah.
all pissed. Like, he's all pissed off. He's like, man,
Oh my god.
I ain't gonna lie, Vince was a crazy motherfucker, but his reactions were like top.
He's so good. He was such a great performer. He's when it comes to performance, man, he's top 10.
He was
That is
made to
a
be an actor.
progression era
He was
of
made to be an
Vince McMahon,
actor.
bro.
Oh my god, he's so good.
Bro.
Yeah, and I will say, like, you think about things like when DX dumped the poo on the Spirit Squad. Vince didn't have to be out there
No.
doing that with him.
No.
No.
He didn't have to,
Bro, he got a
but
picture of the
he
picture of
was.
that. That's one of the craziest things I've ever seen in my life.
So crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Bro. Like you
Jesus
write
Christ.
this.
Dude,
You write this, bro.
His
head is up
yeah.
in big
My
shows.
favorite-
Bro, come on, man.
my favorite Vince reaction ever. And remind me of, I'm trying to remember who exactly was involved in it, but there was one part where he was expecting someone else to kiss his ass, and then someone
It was Shawn
grabbed
Michaels
someone
and Shane
else's
McMahon.
head. I think it was
Yeah.
Shane. Shawn Michaels, and then when Shane is in there and he's just bent over going like this, it's like smiling and doing this.
Bro, he was
And then he turns around and gets punched with his pants around his ankles and just falls down with his ass hanging out.
he was making niggas kiss his ass on TV. That's crazy, bro.
Bro,
Bro,
when
Vince not a real person, bro.
when-
So you saw, you,
oh,
saw,
what-
you saw the one person who definitely didn't do it though. Triple H. He was like, "Hey, we doing that shit."
yeah.
That's his
remember
father-in-law.
when,
Oof.
when it was, what was it? Who was it? Trish? When he's about to kiss Trish's ass, he's on his knees. He's like,
Yeah. And then Rikishi came out. Oh,
and Rock's like,
Put his hand out. Oh,
gosh,
man.
man.
Rock's
Fucking
great,
classic, bro.
Rock got it.
Vince had some of the best. He did have some of the best reactions. Like
for
his
sure.
reactions were just like pure comedy.
He's
I don't know if
hilarious, bro.
You guys ever watched the lie detector test with Mr. America? Sorry,
Oh my
Yes,
God.
yes,
Shit was
yes,
funny.
yeah.
lie detector
Yeah.
test, and they ask him all the questions and shit, and he failing.
Every question, I forget what, bro. There was one that had me in tears, bro. I forget what question it was. It's been a minute since I've seen the segment.
yeah.
Good stuff. Is it my turn again? I guess I'll go again. We talked about this before, I think, but I still believe Ruthless Aggression is the best WWE era of all time.
Oh yeah, we went through that. Yeah.
In terms of pure quality, Ruthless Aggression is better than the Attitude Era, better than NXT Black and Gold. It's the best era of all time. You look at the superstars involved in it, the WrestleManias involved in it, the matches, the stories, everything involved in it. Like the Ruthless Aggression era was very, very good, and unfortunately had to come to the back end of the Attitude Era. And once Austin and Rock dipped out from the company, I think a lot of people also dipped out because of those reasons, because Rock and Austin were the pillar of the Attitude Era. And once those guys left, you had to experiment and find new guys, and and they found some people, but then it's like once those people became the people, they didn't like it. So it was tough for them at one point. But like if you genuinely look at that roster, you had Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar was there at one point at his peak. You had Benoit, who was one of the best in the company. Eddie Guerrero. You had Edge, who became a top guy. Randy Orton, Batista, John Cena. You had The Undertaker still around. Shawn Michaels, Triple H. Bro, they had so many heavy top people. Jeff Hardy, like so many people at the top level. Like I don't know if we'll ever see a roster like that again.
Yeah, I feel like I'm somebody that's very split when it comes to the Attitude Era and the Ruthless Aggression Era. Like obviously I prefer the Ruthless Aggression Era in terms of like my fandom, but there a lot of like Attitude Era fans will look you dead in the face and tell you that Ruthless Aggression Era wasn't even all that. Like I've seen it a lot. Like when I was coming up like on wrestling YouTube and like I'd be watching people who were watching the Attitude Era, they will argue very heavily that the Ruthless Aggression Era was not like a good era of wrestling. And it's just like
to add on to that, to my point, some people be gassing up the Attitude Era too much.
Yes.
A lot of people out there.
Yeah, I agree.
There's a lot of people out there who believe that everything that happened in that era was good, and that's just not true. There were some things in that era that happened that were not good, bro. And that's
Jay
every
will tell
era.
you.
That's every era you're going to point out. Not everything that happens in every era is going to be good. But some people live off nostalgia too much for the Attitude Era, popularity peak, and pop culture. Because if you look at the 90s, really early 2000s, pop culture was really, really big in the world. Not even just for wrestling, but like music, movies, TV shows. Like a lot of things were evolving at that time, including professional wrestling and WWE. But the Attitude Era was great. It's top 3 era in WWE history. But there are people who do gas that up era. They gas that era up too much sometimes, bro. Like it's a great era, but we're not going to pretend like everything that happened in that era.
There's
a lot of bad things happened in the era too.
The first half.
I've been saying this for as long as we've been doing this podcast, man. That there's so much rose-colored glasses associated with the Attitude Era. For people to act like if everything that happened in the Ruthless Aggression Era had happened exactly that same way during the Monday Night Wars, to act like the Ruthless Aggression Era wouldn't have swept WCW is laughable.
Built
to me.
Ass.
Built to ass. Nastily, disrespectfully.
Which, by comparison, if you put the Attitude Era up against some of the other competition that WWE was up against during the Ruthless Aggression Era, I think maybe they might not do as well, because by then the world had kind of moved on from that kind of stuff. Both were great in their own ways. The Attitude Era beating WCW obviously changed the game, but the Ruthless Aggression Era would have done the exact same thing. And top to bottom, Monday Night Raw during the Attitude Era was great for the first 20 minutes. It was great for about 15 minutes in the middle, and then the main event scene in the Attitude Era may be the best main event scene of any era in wrestling ever. The main event scene was obviously the best part of that show. The opening segments were always really great because the Attitude Era was really good at sinking its teeth into you early on in the show, which is why you sort of didn't notice progressively throughout the show that the quality started steeping down as you went along and then upticked in the main event. But with the Ruthless Aggression Era, every Monday and then every whatever day SmackDown was on, because it changed so much, literally top to bottom, almost always. Women, maybe not so much because they were still figuring out how to eat, but everything, at least for men's tag teams, whatever, top to bottom in the Ruthless Aggression Era, was great.
I feel like when I look at these 2 eras, Attitude Era and Ruthless Aggression, I will say the peak of the Attitude Era to me is better than the peak of the Ruthless Aggression, because I look at the year 2000 as WWE's creative peak, right? But I think the Ruthless Aggression Era was just a little bit more consistent of an era, because the first half of the Attitude Era was very, like, when you go back and watch it now, it's very 50-50. I feel like from 2000 to 2001, peak.
Ruthless had better overall. To me, this had better overall quality. They had better matches. The stories were just as good. definitely had better consistent WrestleManias in that era. That's the best
For sure.
companies ever had.
Yes.
WrestleMania 19 and WrestleMania 24, not a single bad WrestleMania. There's maybe some
Facts.
bad matches you can point out, but every
Yeah.
WrestleMania was watchable. It was fun to watch. You were excited for it every year. And what made the Ruthless era even better, they took guys from the Attitude Era, and some of them were even better in the Ruthless Aggression Era. Kurt Angle was better in the Ruthless Aggression Era. Triple H was just as good. You can maybe even say better.
Jeff Hardy,
Jeff Hardy,
Edge.
Undertaker was better in the Ruthless Aggression Era, I feel. They
Mhm.
took also
I agree.
mid-card guys in the Attitude Era, like Eddie Guerrero, Benoit, Edge, JBL, turn them into main event superstars in the Ruthless Aggression Era while building their own stars like Brock, Batista, Orton, Cena for the future. Like, they had the perfect balance. Raw and SmackDown was such a great balance because Raw was top heavy with stories and star power, and SmackDown was the wrestling show. It was the opportunity show where like the SmackDown 6 and people like
Mhm.
wanted to be there, because
Yep.
it was about giving opportunities. Like, they had the perfect balance for each show. So the Attitude Era was peak. I do think once again pop culture plays a big factor into it because the world was
Yeah.
evolving into a lot of different things at the time, and we'll never probably see two superstars like Rock and Austin at their peaks at the same time at the same level, fighting for that top spot. But if you look at the quality of the Ruthless Aggression Era consistently, I will take that over the Attitude Era.
100%.
That's not crazy.
100%.
Yeah. I'm
Not
like
crazy at
1A,
all.
1B on this, so yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
mad at that.
Who else wants to share? What else we got?
I got
I'll
one.
go.
Go ahead, Mo.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Okay. Nate, you want to take it or you want me to?
You take it. You take it.
All right. I feel like how do I say this without praising the show? I feel like people. All right, yeah, I'm gonna just say it like this. I think Crown Jewel 2018 is very easily the worst WWE pay per view of all time.
Well,
I think
it's top 2 worst shows ever.
when people are like, it's December to Dismember with a bullet, I vehemently disagree. I feel like Crown Jewel, when you look at the
King of the Ring
circumstances
95,
surrounding.
King of the Ring
Oh
95.
fuck! Well,
Ooh,
that's
jeez.
bad, but like
That's
King
the
of the Ring
big three.
95
look at that.
That's the big three.
Here's what I'll say. I'll make the same argument. I think that is the big three, but I'll make the same argument I just made. I would have made towards December to Dismember. You look at King of the Ring 95's card. You look at December to Dismember's card, and you're like, that wasn't going to be a good show for real anyway, right? You look at Crown Jewel 2018. You look at the matches that they had on that card, and just on paper as matches, and you're like, there's no way this shit bombed. Like there's no way this shit wasn't at least like a 7 out of 10. And you incorporate the aspect of they just did what they did in Saudi to that journalist, and even Trump is saying don't go, and they still go, and then the fucking main event, and then you have this stupid World Cup tournament with a bunch of Americans, like.
It's easily probably, and honestly might be the worst show of all time WWE's ever had. There's not a
Yeah.
single.
It's so bad.
It's- and it didn't lead to anything. It did not build anything up like worth
At all.
Because that was back when the Saudi shows were just glorified house
Yeah.
shows.
Yeah, and
Looking
Greatest
at
Royal Rumble
December-
wasn't even that bad.
Looking at December to Dismember's card, we had the Hardys.
which was finalized the day of, by the way. There's only one advertised match.
December to Dismember's card was the Hardys defeating Eminem. Tag team
Good
match.
match.
22 minutes.
Yeah.
Balls Mahoney versus Matt Striker. Striker's rules match.
Wow.
Like you see,
Elijah Burke and Sylvester defeated the FBI tag team match.
Sylvester Tokai, bro.
Davari defeated Tommy Dreamer with the Great Khali.
Gosh.
Kevin Thorne and Ariel defeated Mike Knox and Kelly Kelly.
Oh my god. Oh my
Oh.
god. Jeez.
Main event was the Elimination Chamber. Bobby Lashley beats Big Show, Test, Rob Van Dam, Hardcore Holly, and CM Punk. And CM Punk was the first guy out in this match, by the way.
Like
So
you
fucking
like you
crazy,
hear the
bro.
card and you're just like,
It
I mean, this show wasn't even exciting in the first place.
Yeah.
December
It's still bad. Still bad.
They literally had
Can I-
one advertised match.
Oh no, King of the Ring 95, though, that is.
Can I throw out just because I don't want it to be forgotten? Backlash 2018.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Opener.
That was
Fantastic.
bad. That was
Fantastic
bad.
opening. But it goes downhill.
Elite
Goes to
opener.
hell.
Elite.
I
Goes
don't
to
know.
hell.
I'm looking at King of the Ring 95, bro. Savio Vega defeated Yokozuna first round quarterfinal match. He won by countout. The Roadie defeated Bob Holly. Shawn Michaels
Yeah.
versus Kama ended in a time limit draw. Mabel defeated The Undertaker. Savio Vega defeated The Roadie. Bret Hart defeated Jerry Lawler in a Kiss My Foot match. Mabel defeated Savio Vega, and then Diesel and Bam Bam Bigelow defeated Tatanka and Psycho Sid in the main event. Bro. Jesus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not good. Not good. Well, someone keeps saying, what about WrestleMania 9? I'll say this. I've recently reviewed that show a few months back. I used to think it was the worst WrestleMania of all time. I don't even think it's that.
WrestleMania.
I think WrestleMania 2 is significantly worse. I think WrestleMania 2.
WrestleMania
is,
11
brother.
is the worst Mania ever.
I'd go 2, and then I'd go 11, and maybe I'd go 9. Maybe.
Yeah.
But
So
9's not good. Don't get me wrong.
To get into since Jay said Backlash 2018, this I'm going to show you the pre-show, by the way, the pre-show match.
Oh my god. Is it No Way Jose?
Ruby Riott defeats
Fuck
Bailey
outta here.
on the pre-show.
Bailey was on the pre-show. That's so
Wow.
crazy.
When they were doing the Bailey and Sasha story,
Yep.
God, that shit went nowhere.
Opening
That's
match.
absolutely nowhere.
Opening match was Seth Rollins versus The Miz, which was a good match. For that.
Fantastic
Love that
match. Love that match.
Love
Yeah.
that match.
Nia Jax defeated Alexa Bliss.
Be a
Jeff Hardy
star.
defeats-
Fuck out of here.
Jeff Hardy defeats Randy Orton.
I don't remember that match at all.
Daniel Bryan defeats Big Cass.
Oh my god. And they brought that nigga back. I do not understand. Oh my god, bro. As a
Carmella, Carmella beat Charlotte Flair. AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura in a draw, no disqualification. When
they kicked each other in the balls.
Yep.
Yeah, the double Pinshasa. Fuck out of here, man.
Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman defeat Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And then the main event is Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe.
Fans left.
And the audience was half gone before
Beat the
Roman
traffic.
finished his-
Jeez.
Hey, that ending though was kind of tough. Roman jump off the top rope, rolls around, and then spears Joe. That was kind of tough, but the rest of the match, dog shit.
Nobody cared, bro. Nobody
Oh
cared.
my god, bro. I
Mike,
can't.
that match could have been for the Universal title.
So we have evidence on the internet that's still there of a Big Cass singles push, and they looked at it and they said,
Let's try again.
Let's try
Try
again. You fucking kidding me? Big Cat, no Enzo. I don't want the tag
The
team,
big
but
2-6.
shit, if you're gonna bring Big Cass back, bring Enzo. That's the only thing that made that motherfucker
Might as
interesting.
well.
In the same month that they let Ilya Dragunov get out the door, by the way. Same
And you
month.
know it's
Honestly,
bad.
I think he didn't want to stay. I don't blame him. I can't.
No,
Yeah,
I mean,
right,
good
yeah,
for Ilya.
yeah.
I'm just saying, if I'm WWE, you do whatever you can to keep him from going to AEW because Ilya's going to be a game changer in
And
AEW. I'm
Big
telling you
Cass
right
ain't do shit in AEW. That should have been evidence enough.
No.
Nigga, they stuck him with Jericho and he was somehow worse. The fuck?
Yo,
Yeah, I don't
There's
know.
evidence.
I don't know what.
Just
the-
like Paige. I'm done. I can't. There's evidence of these people being fucking ass and you still bring them back. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with that situation right there. What's the one you want to share? That was most.
Oh, I had one, but I'm gonna say it. Paige is who y'all thought AJ Lee was. Big Cass is always gonna be ass. I don't care. Two of the worst re-signings in company history. The fuck are we doing? Literally a waste of money, a waste of cap space. Those are two of the worst re-signings they've ever done. That's like top 5. Like what the? Oh my god, I can't. Why? There's no reason. What do they give back? What does Big Cass give back? He doesn't give back. He doesn't do anything. He's 7 foot. He's a 7 foot stack of shit. Bunch of bullshit
Oh my.
burgers. That's all he is, bro. He's a 7 foot
God.
burger. The fuck is he doing back?
Burger.
Jesus Christ, bro, I gotta go on Instagram
Hey,
and
don't-
see this
don't-
motherfucker came back.
Don't forget, Nate. I don't
Oh
know.
my.
Again, I don't know how much attention you're paying, but not only are they bringing
Oh
Cass
my
back,
God.
but in order to establish his heat, they are sacrificing
Javon.
the momentum of Javon Evans.
I saw
to
he
give him
laid.
some heat.
Shout out Wrestle Moment or Movement, Wrestle Movement. I always see little screenshots. I saw that shit. Scroll. Don't care. Scroll. Fuck it. Nope. That's sad. I can't. It's burger.
That's
tallest,
hilarious,
the
man.
tallest burger wrestler has ever been. Actually, no, that's a lie. John Gonzalez. But the tallest burger wrestler alive.
Over
Big
Khali.
Cass.
Kali. Oh,
Active.
yeah.
Active.
Active?
Speaking of Kali, let me explain my hate real quick when I call him a bitch ass. The reason why I use that phrase specifically is I don't know how many of y'all remember, but like in SVR 2007, there was a challenge mode. After you beat all the matches, the last one you got to do is Kali versus Mickey James, and it took me. I literally beat it like 2 months ago. It took me almost over 15 years to beat that nigga. And the amount of times I called him a bitch ass nigga playing that fucking thing. That's why I hate the Great Khali. That's the biggest reason I hate the Great Khali. That's the biggest reason. But he seems like a nice dude though. Like in all seriousness.
Corey Graves, if you got to smack that nigga, you got to take that nigga up top. I don't blame you.
Yo.
All right, since we're going crazy, I'll do some other ones. We have some other takes. Jay, what's yours, man? Let's get wild up here before we head that off.
Shoot.
I'll share one of mine. I've said this about WWE 12, not a good game, bro.
Yeah. I mean,
Come outside.
I don't know if I can.
Come outside.
WWE 12,
Like,
not a
come
good
outside.
game, bro.
Come outside. Like, what are you talking about?
It's not a good game, bro. WrestleMania is it. Everything else in the game is not fun, bro.
What?
Which one?
I don't.
WWE 12. Bro.
12?
I did not like
Not fun.
Did not like that game at all, bro.
You
I
lost.
mean, it's not
matter
the
of fact,
best, but it's
Just 'cause I'm
fun,
here,
bro.
It's not the worst game, but it's not fun, bro. It's not fun.
Bro, the road to WrestleMania is fire, bro.
It's literally it's scary.
Go to WrestleMania. That's the best road to WrestleMania.
That is, yeah, it's fire, bro.
It's not the best. Not the best. Not the best. Not the best.
That's the best one.
I can't.
It's
I
between
can't
that
think
and
of
10.
anything. I can't think of
Alright,
anything
I'm not
super
mad at that.
spicy. But while you guys are talking about video games, I mean, I've always thought this 06 is better than 07. And
Come
in my
outside.
opinion, it's not even close. It's not even close.
I've
06
had
is
to
better
fight
than 07.
Trent on this so many times.
Those
Now
are
I gotta
top
fight
two,
Jade
but
on this.
those 07.
No, those are great. 06 is great. I'm not
06,
gonna-
06 has better story mode, better GM mode.
Story
better,
mode, I will agree.
just-
Better story mode, I will agree.
I'll give you story mode. I disagree with GM mode.
GMO was
Even
better
though
on
that's good
07.
in 06 too.
I think they peaked with GM mode the first time they did it, and it was never as good.
Yeah,
as
they added too much.
No, seven
No,
was
it was
better.
08 that
I
kind of
remember,
fucked it
I
up.
remember
It was
on 6,
08.
you still couldn't do certain things. Like you couldn't I can't remember. There's certain things you still
You couldn't make rivalries. You
Yeah,
couldn't make rivalries. You
make
couldn't.
rivalries and shit. 7 was better.
07
I do agree.
was better. in terms
The
of-
rivalries happened automatically, though. You didn't have to go
That's
out
true.
and hire story
That
writers
was complicated.
to give
That
us
was way too complicated.
You just put two guys in a match. They started a rivalry. They were good for about 7 weeks, and then you did something else.
I do
So,
think though. I do
yeah.
say 06 had a or 06 story mode was really good though. I do think 06.
Yeah, that was the best story mode.
I will
That was
agree.
the best story mode.
What
I think 06 and 07 are they're just so similar. I just
08
feel like there's
overrated.
little things that makes one better.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just like
extremely overrated.
facts. It's not as good as the other two or as the other SVRs, but yeah.
I think it's extremely overrated, and I still think 2010 is better than 2011.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Oh
yeah.
wow.
2010
wow.
is fantastic. I love
Yeah,
2010.
2010 is really good, bro.
2010 added so much that a lot of
You had
people
create
want
the
back.
features, you had-
Community creations was brought in from 2010,
Bro,
create a
I spent
story.
hours on that game, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, me and my brother
played
played that shit
2010
for like
so
6
much.
hours straight. Like
I did used to play Creative Story for hours on end. I love Creative Story.
2010 created it, man. They brought
Oh,
it.
so good, bro.
Brought community.
Oh my
Create
God.
Superstar Threads was
Bro,
because of
2010, bro. There's sometimes I might have picked SVR 2010 over going outside to hang out with my friends. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. 2010 was like
Same.
It was fire, bro. Oh my God, bro.
I could spend literally, bro, in the summertime. I could spend a whole day playing that game and be satisfied.
I had that shit on the Wii.
It would be one of the best, happiest days of my life playing that
Me
game.
too, Nate. I had that shit
Yeah,
on
bro. I had
Wii.
that shit on the
Yeah.
Wii, and I played that shit nonstop. Bro.
That shit was
my
fun.
Okay, yeah, I
Oh,
can't do it on the
bro.
Wii. That's too hard, bro. I can't play it on the Wii, bro. I had to
They gave
PS2.
me a Diet
It's
Pepsi
too
instead of a
hard.
Mountain Dew.
PS2. Because play it on the Wii, bro.
So they
that
got
shit
me a
actually
Diet
hard,
Pepsi.
bro. Imagine the shit.
Yo,
I mean, oh no!
Shout out to my-
I plugged in my GameCube controller.
Oh, okay.
shout out to my
Yeah.
DoorDash driver. Nigga got me a Diet Pepsi instead of a Mountain Dew.
Hey man,
Nigga, you could at least got
Diet
me like,
Pepsi.
all right.
Diet
You
Pepsi.
could at least
crazy.
got me like a
At
story.
least got you,
or
at
something,
least got you a Sprite or something, bro. Like,
yeah, like come on, it was cool. At least I got my food. Who gives a shit?
Type shit.
07, 08 isn't headed enough. No, 08, bro. Slept on, bro. Sorry, 08 sucked.
Always good.
Always, yeah,
I had
it's-
that. I had that a few years ago on the Xbox.
I also think I will say about the
Pretty
video games. I think 2K gets a little too much hate sometimes, bro. I think if you look at the
A little
trajectory of 2K games, most
Yeah.
of them they're okay. They're okay. They're not.
I love
it's
19.
hard. But like, yeah, like
I think 20 ruined the reputation bad.
I think
It did.
sometimes people live in nostalgia too much on their
Mhm.
childhood games. But
Yep.
like, there was some good. Like 2014, one of the greatest games ever. 2019, bro, 2019 was great, bro. That was a great game.
Great game.
2019 was a great game, bro. Like,
Yeah.
there's some good 2K games, but 2K16 was good. Like,
Yeah.
there's some good games.
16 is underrated as fuck. 16 is mad
was-
underrated.
17, I thought 17 was cool and 17 was okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was solid. Like, there's been some good games.
15 on the 360 and PS3 is way too slept on. Like
15 was all right.
that gave you another mode, bro. Like it was like the same gameplay as 14, so you can enjoy that. And it had another mode, the Who Got NXT. That was a fun ass mode.
yeah.
And then at the end of it, you had
Yeah.
a Super Cena to fight. Like that was fun.
Hardest mode.
I think the problem with 15 on next gen was just they took out so much shit.
They can never make a mode harder than Beat the Streak, bro. It's impossible.
Hmm.
I love Beat the Streak so much.
Beat the Streak is literally the hardest mode that they've ever created.
Beat the Streak is literally responsible for the only controller I've ever broken. I've only
that's
ever
Madden
broken
19
one
for me.
controller, and it was Beat the Streak.
They had to Beat the Streak, then defend the streak, but Beat the Streak, bro, it pissed me off so much because it's like when you would hit him with 3 finishers and then he'd like the lights go out and he's behind you and shit. Like,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I had to get good at reversing off that shit.
that shit stressed me out, bro. I did not like that at all. That shit pissed me off.
Yeah.
Certainly. Anybody else have anything written down? You want to throw it there?
I will say about 08 real quick. I feel like it has the same issue that like the original SmackDown versus Raw had because you're coming off of like No Mercy. You're coming off of Shut Your Mouth, Here Comes the Pain. Like obviously the original SVR is going to be looked at as like a bit of a downgrade, but still a good game. I think the same thing happened.
Too.
Yeah, and it's a really good game. And then I think the same thing happened with like 06 and 07 were literally peak. And then 08 took out way too much. So people look at it as a bad game, but I don't think it's a bad game at all.
Yeah, they did take out a lot of stuff. They changed some stuff that didn't need to be changed. So I will say that for sure. So there's a lot of things.
Like 24/7 mode was
24/7 mode was different. I will say that 24/7 mode was different. But SVR, the original SVR, might be a little slept on too. Like that was a really solid
I agree.
game. Really solid game. And that's bro, underrated soundtrack too. That soundtrack was extremely slept on.
I think the roster was the biggest hit. I think it was the roster for the original SmackDown versus Raw. The roster was rough.
Yeah.
Let's give some let's give some current takes and like one take that we can do for the modern era right now. So is there an opinion right now that you have that you will die on defend about?
Yeah. I don't know how it's going to pan out for the rest of his career, but this stretch since I would say January, February, Gunther lost his aura. He does not feel the same. I've seen 2 Gunther entrances. Like I watched the Clash in Italy and then Saturday Night's main event. Does he just walk to the ring? Does he not do his little
You're not doing it
pose?
anymore.
He doesn't do the pose anymore. Nope. They gave him back his music for no reason.
Yeah, Triple H. No, I'm not gonna say it. No, I was gonna say something about his pacer, but
The minute they started having Gunther chase Adam Pearce around,
Yo,
begging
Nate.
for main event matches, is when he lost his aura.
Gosh.
I'm good.
All right, go to the or that's his. Jay, what's yours?
I mean, if we're talking right now, they're doing Breaker and Oba way too early. I don't know what they're doing putting Breaker and Oba in a match right now. Literally, neither of them need to lose right now, and I think it serves no purpose when neither of them have. They're fighting over who's the future, and neither of them have won a world championship. Neither of you guys have the future yet. So, in storyline, it makes no sense. Booking wise, all they're doing is setting themselves up for another. They do this all the time, and it's so frustrating. They're booking themselves into another corner where there's no right decision to be made, no matter how that match ends. So I have no idea what they're doing right now.
Mo, what you got?
I think Javon Evans should be the guy to break Randy Orton's youngest world champion record. I think if they play their cards right, put him in meaningful storylines, and just build up to that properly, I think you can 100% have him be the guy to break Randy Orton's record. No question.
You know who that's really gonna be? You know who that's really gonna be?
Who?
Avery Styles, bro.
I mean, I ain't mad at that either. If I haven't seen nothing of him, but if he's
He ain't
he's
gotta
good.
pay no dues.
He can do it.
He
He,
going
can,
straight to the
fuck
top.
that.
he ain't building rings, bro. He ain't building rings.
Even
can do
Big
it.
Show called that shit out. He was like,
He
"Nigga,
can do
y'all
it. He
just
can
trying to
do it.
bully
He
this
can do
little
it. All right,
nigga."
he can do a spiral tap, bro. That's all you need to know.
Oh, yeah, go ahead and break the record. Dude. Go ahead. Go ahead.
He's doing the spiral tap, bro. Like clean too. Might add you. So, mine that I'm gonna say. Let's see. I'll say I think I don't know if I said this before, but I'll stick with this one. Doesn't matter who the women's champions are on the roster. They generally don't care about the championships in that division, whether it's in the main event scene, the tag team scene, or the mid card scene. They're very good at giving you moments and capturing them, but they don't know how to book the champions consistently.
Yeah.
It's been an ongoing issue that they've had for many years. So generally, they give me no reason to care about who the champions are. I'm happy Chelsea Green got the championship, but I don't have faith they're going to utilize her and make her a good champion on the roster that actually means something. Liv Morgan's been champion since WrestleMania, and they were waiting for one person to come back, which is the excuse they were making online that why she wasn't defending the championship for like 3 months. That would never happen to Cody Rhodes if he was champion. They would never do that to CM Punk if he was champion. Like they treat their champions differently in the men's division opposed to the women's division. Like it's honestly sad. And we're supposed to be evolving in this women's evolution, and that was over 10 years ago. And they've taken some good steps. They've done a lot of good things. They've had a lot of good firsts. But I still feel like we're in this consistency of the women deserve better than this. The women deserve better than this. They deserve better than this. They deserve better than that. Like there are things that are still lacking in that division booking wise that we shouldn't be having issues with anymore.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have 8-minute women's matches on WrestleMania consistently, like multiple matches.
Yep.
Your women's champions should feel important to the show, whether it's in the main event scene, the mid card scene, or even the tag team division. Like they're the champions for a reason. So if you don't have any plans to utilize them, then why are they holding championships? I don't understand it.
I think to that point, I know we said that a few episodes back, but I think it's time that fans have a real uncomfortable conversation about WWE taking steps back in the women's revolution. I think it's time for another one, which is sad that we're at this point
already.
It's not as
to even add on to that. Why isn't the all women's pay per view a yearly thing? Why that was the best show they had last year?
Yeah. And they have no plans of bringing it back. So I think it's time for people to have an uncomfortable conversation. Like we need another women's revolution in WWE on the main roster because, like we're not at the point where the Divas were, but we're definitely not where the women were about 5 years ago.
We backslid absolutely
a lot. Yeah,
that's the same. The last great women's champion they might have had in the main event scene was Bianca, and that was like 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
That's bad.
And they had Rhea, and that's going to be their shoes. Oh, we got Rhea.
And let me just say this. Maybe wrestling fans are doing this more because of how bad the booking is. I don't know what the causation is for this, but it seems like a couple years ago when I was scrolling Twitter, everything that I saw about women's wrestling was, oh, look at this great match in AEW. Look at this great match in WWE. Look at this great promo. And now you know what I see? The only thing I see in any version of social media with the women in WWE or AEW, their butts. I literally can't find anything. I literally have to go to Google and search to see what's. And it's just so because we backslid so far.
Niggas too lustful, man.
And there's certain people like I don't understand why they're using Julia the way she is when she's one of the best they have in the division. Jordan Grace has been nowhere to be found in months. Blake Monroe's been on the roster for weeks now and still hasn't had a match. I'm trying to figure out what we're doing here. Like I don't understand like why they have so much inconsistency focusing on the women's champions opposed to the men's side. Because like I said, Liv Morgan been champ since the same time Roman Reigns has, but they invest more into Roman than they would for Liv Morgan stuff because.
Who the fuck said that? AEW's women's division is way better. Hold on, not worse, way better than WWE's. You don't watch AEW.
That's not what I was talking about. Someone said it doesn't do well financially. What doesn't the women doesn't do well financially? Becky Lynch was the biggest draw in the company at one point.
Bro, Rhea Ripley's like top 5 biggest.
Rhea Ripley's the biggest star in the company, and she's
asinine.
What are we talking about?
That's asinine.
What the hell?
Stop it. We're not in 2006.
They have plenty of women in the company.
Weren't the Bellas a top merch seller? Like fuck the Bellas. But...
Unfortunately, but
bro, when Nikki Bella came back, she was out selling John Cena in merch.
Yeah.
That was a thing. Google it.
Yeah, y'all gotta stop lying, bro.
Yeah, and don't disrespect AEW's women's division. That is a
you can say you don't want to watch women, but
that just shows you don't watch AEW.
The dog whistle in chat right now is crazy.
They have
It's
plenty. They have
insane.
plenty of women in that division that can draw. Once again, Rhea Ripley alone.
Can draw.
Is
Io,
one of the biggest draws in the
Stephanie.
company.
There may be two guys in the company that you can name that you're like, okay, I couldn't see her on that, but like everybody else, she could be above them
Yeah.
or equals them.
Come on,
The
man.
only people that I would say outdraw Rhea Ripley in all of WWE, Roman, Punk, Cody. That's it.
That's really
And
it.
they're like twice her age. At least.
That's really it. They've
That's
been
really-
around for so long.
Everybody else
Yeah.
is like, she can outdraw everybody in there, bro. Like I mentioned before, the Bellas, bro. Liv Morgan, like they still got Becky. Stephanie is one of the biggest stars they
Io.
got now too. Like Io, like they got people that can draw.
Chelsea,
Once again, not saying they got to be the
Tiff,
main event or opposed to the men, but it's not a. If that's the excuse that they're going to use, then that's a bad excuse, bro. That's a bad excuse not to invest.
That's
in
just
your
not
champion.
true, though. It's just not true.
yeah, saying when women
Oh,
don't
dang.
draw is such a 2000s take. Like we're not in the year 2000 or 20. We're not in the 20 like the early 2010s. Like women
No
can
one-
draw.
No one argues in bad faith like a wrestling fan sometimes. I mean,
Yeah.
Okay, well, speaking of who's is there somebody that you're fearful of right now that you feel like they're not going to utilize?
in women or overall?
It could be either one.
Because Carmelo Hayes is in some trouble.
Yeah.
And he was starting to build some momentum for a little bit there, but
Yeah.
now it's all.
I'm gonna go. I think Tatum Paxley's cooked. They've already TKO's already admitted
That's
they don't like
obvious, isn't
darker.
it?
They don't like darker characters. So I was like, oh, she's cooked. And then, I mean, she's not Rhea. She's not. And I mean, seeing how they've treated Blake Monroe, who is literally the perfect. Like, if you were to like Jade was saying about Randy and Braun, if you were to build a woman superstar from the ground up, it would look like Blake Monroe. Like, blonde, tall, has the accent, like, and she can fucking wrestle. Like, she's literally perfect for WWE, and yet
She didn't
They don't
ruin
know
my
how to
life,
use her.
bro. She's so bad.
Honestly, this might be a hot take. I'm gonna say everybody in NXT excluding one person,
What's the one person?
and we know who that is.
Zilla.
Yes, because he's
yeah,
Oh,
bro.
yeah,
yeah.
I forgot he was
I don't
there. I
see,
forgot.
yeah, bro, yeah.
the only one that's safe. I'm not even sure they'll do Kendall Ray right on the main roster. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm fearful of that, bro. And
That would be a
that's
generational
gonna,
fumble.
I would probably. Y'all thought what I said about Big Cass was bad. Oh shit.
I'm
Triple
sure
H.
she'll come up and she'll be a
boy.
champion and stuff, but like, will they utilize
Will it matter?
her potential?
Well, the thing is, you've already said it. It won't matter if she's champion.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, will they utilize
Yeah.
her to her potential? That's what I'm fearful of. Zilla's the only one I'm looking at on the roster right now that's safe because he's literally has a place to go once he comes up to the roster. There's somewhere for him to go to. It's literally right into a bloodline. So,
Bro, I'm so not moved by Zilla whatsoever. I don't.
funny, bro.
and I mean, and
Bruh.
let me make it clear. That's not a discredit to him. That's a good spot to be in.
Yeah,
If I was
yeah.
Zilla, I'd be happy too. You feel me? So,
Yeah.
but
But it's he literally said, "I'm not here to be another." Well, he said nympho, but he meant nepo baby.
Yeah.
He said, "I'm not here to be another nepo baby." Oh, Zilla's in the Fatal 4-Way for the NXT Championship. Like, what kind of writing is that?
He
Yes, Triple
literally-
H, writing.
Yeah.
What kind of writing is that?
Tony D is the champion, and yet Zilla Fatu is the one in the ring having the other guys come to look for him. Like,
Yeah, like what the fuck are we doing?
again,
here?
you
Like,
talk with your actions. Your actions speak louder than your words.
I
my
personally
God.
think NXT would be good for him because he can learn a lot of good things in NXT.
Yes.
But
yes,
I
give
don't
him like a year.
I don't think they're going to keep him down there long though, because
They're not.
they're going to want him for the bloodline stuff. And I think they're going to do the same thing they did with Solo, where it's like, even if Solo wasn't ready, he's with Roman. So it's like
Yep.
they're going to be like, Roman, teach him everything he needs to know. Teach him what you
They
Usos.
really made me a Zilla fan. Not a Zilla fan, Solo fan.
Teach him what he needs to know. So shout out to Solo too.
Yeah.
He's really
for
made
him.
me a
I'm
fan.
one of the people.
I used to hate on him,
we
bro.
got to go back to them clips. I was one of the niggas on here that was defending him, bro. They've been sleeping on Solo for a long time, bro.
Well, that
He
shit was
hasn't
not
always
good.
been
I'm not. Yeah, that shit was not.
He's
good.
not. He's
I'm
not
not doing
Roman
that.
Reigns. He's not Roman Reigns main event level, but he plays his roles very good.
I think they expected too much of him. They put way too much on Solo.
Yeah.
when he
Yeah,
first
they
started.
tried to make him Roman 2.0 by giving him his
Yeah.
own. That was never going
And
to
it
work.
didn't click.
That was,
It didn't click.
and that
Yeah.
was like I said, he wasn't at that level in the main event. He was never going to be that, but I still think he played his role well, though. I think he played it well for what it needed to be.
Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
I think he just wasn't giving off main event.
He didn't have the aura for me, man.
Yeah, he didn't have the
Nah.
main event feel. You know, he didn't have that, which I understand. I'm not disagreeing with that. He didn't have that.
Look at a cow.
He does now as a babyface, though. I give it to him.
Yeah.
I think he plays his well. I think
Yeah.
he plays his roles very well. So, is there any last things you guys want to throw out there before we head off?
Oh, I just remembered because of last week's episode when Ryan was ranting on Taker.
That was.
I
great.
will say, I'm not saying Taker's overrated or anything like that. I still think Taker's Mount Rushmore, but I've looked at both their careers. I'm starting to see Sean ranking over Taker all the time.
Ooh.
I always had Taker solidified too, but I'm just looking at Sean first of all as a talent. I just feel like Sean's a clearly better talent to me. I think if we're talking about consistency, when it comes to quality and consistency, I think Sean has that in spades compared to what's his face, compared to Undertaker. I think it's close. I think Undertaker's
not crazy.
longevity is insane, but Sean is just quality personified to me.
That's not crazy because when you're talking about the greatest, you got to nitpick, and I think Taker's had
He's got some
way,
bad
way,
years,
way,
He's
not
got
even
some bad-
years, not even just years, but stories. I think he has way more bad stories than Sean, and way more bad matches than Sean. Sean, you can't really, you can probably count on one hand the amount of
How
like,
many bad matches he's had,
stories.
yeah.
Well, bad matches, but also bad stories. I don't remember a lot of bad stories. Like not all his stories were like generational, but for the most part, Sean's been.
Taker's.
He's just so consistent, bro.
Taker does have way more look because Shawn Michaels don't have a John Gonzalez match. So
Yeah.
Taker's
Like,
highs though, bro.
I don't even blame Taker heavy for those things though. Like when
No,
we're talking about the
no.
older, like the you
Yeah.
know,
No, I mean,
early '90s stuff, I don't blame him for that.
Those are his lows, though. You know what I mean? Those are his lows.
Yeah, I don't
unfortunately.
blame him for
That's
that.
them, But I do feel like his highs are just like his highs are like really, really high. Like I don't know, man. His highs are.
Well,
up there.
the thing with Sean and Taker, I feel like their absolute best work is each other.
Each
Like,
other.
The
Yeah.
best story both of them are part of is
Yeah.
each other. So
Yeah.
it's hard. It's hard to defend. Like I think they're neck and neck.
Story wise, though, I don't know,
I-
man. Undertaker
I've
came,
kind of
bro?
flipped.
You think the
Story
best
was
Taker
good
So
in '98.
okay, so
Talking about the original Taker Kane story, bro.
Yeah, that story was great, but
I think it
match.
boils down to what we always talk about: peak or consistency. Do you value peak? Which
I do.
story wise, Taker has without Sean, he has like a top 5 story, like of all time. I
Okay.
put Brothers Destruction top 5 story of all time. But Shawn
I see that.
Michaels, way outside of Undertaker, way more consistent. Way more consistent with his
I mean, his
storytelling.
feud with Triple H is one of the best blood feuds ever, too.
Yeah.
It was. I'm not disagreeing with that. I mean, they can go neck and neck. They can go hand in hand.
I'm
I
not mad at anyone that says Taker.
I look at peaks more because if you're looking at everybody's rankings, even not even just wrestling, but everybody that you're going to rank all time in basketball, football, whatever, the first thing you're going to bring up is the peak of their career, the pinnacle of their career, and when they were at their best. That's what changed the game. That's what made them who they are. So that's why, to me, peaks, they weigh a lot because that's what you really remember. Austin and Rock didn't have long peaks, but they changed the game. Like that, their peaks are revolutionary. You know, Cena had a long peak, so that and Hogan had a great peak. Roman had a great peak. Cody had a little peak there too. Like everybody, the peaks are what we're gonna remember at the end of the day. So consistency is great. Shawn was great consistency. Undertaker as well, but I don't have them ranked over certain guys just because their peaks. I don't feel like are as impactful as other people's. But when you're looking at consistency, there's probably nobody better than those two. Maybe if you want to include Cena there as well, but that's why Cena arguably is the greatest ever because he had the peak and the consistency. He had both tied into one. So
that's precisely why I have him number one.
Yep.
That's exactly why I have him number one.
and that's not crazy. I understand it, but talent wise, Shawn Michaels is hard to really pick anybody better than Shawn Michaels. Like at the highest.
And that's like a part of my criteria to some extent. So it's literally like picking like needle in a haystack type of argument for me when it comes to Sean and Taker.
Mhm.
I think they match each other. I think they match each other both though, because while Sean is the greatest, you could say in-ring performer, Taker is the greatest character. So they match
Yep.
hand in hand. Where it's like
Yeah.
Yep.
Sean can be great, and you can get a lot out of Sean too. But the same with Taker. Like Taker's character can take you far. You know, you could do a lot of things with that. So
Mhm.
it goes neck and neck. I understand both arguments. You know, I get both sides of
For
it.
sure.
But I probably would.
They're both in my Mount Rushmore, so it's,
See, I don't have Sean on my Mount Rushmore though.
no, where you got him? Fifth?
I have Hogan, Taker, Cena, and Austin. That's mine.
Yeah,
That's
I think
fair.
that's mine. Yeah,
That's
that's mine too. What?
I used to. Here's the thing. I've moved
fair.
over the years. I've actually moved Sean higher on my list as time as like I used to have Hogan over Sean. I've moved
And I still
Hogan out of the way for Sean.
Sean could be 5, but I still have Rock ranked pretty high for me because he had one of the greatest peaks. I mentioned peaks. He had one of the greatest peaks of all time.
Yeah,
For sure.
I put Sean over
sure.
Rock. Rock's like 6 for me.
And
Yeah, I
can
got Rock
understand
at 6 as well.
that, but like his peak is like
I think like my first 6 on like my all time. I feel like my first 6 are on like the same tier.
Yeah.
Like Roman's in that next tier for me, along with Triple
I
H.
feel like Roman's up there for me. The
Yeah.
only reason I haven't put Roman over Sean is just because of the big dog years. But Roman
Those
has
are
had a
rough.
better peak than Sean though.
Yeah.
So
For sure. Yeah.
Well, yeah, for sure.
that's why, you know, they're kind of neck and neck for me. I just feel like a lot of those years that they wasted with Roman could have been something they could have capitalized on a lot more. You mentioned it before with a minute ago with Rock, that you said, you know, he could be the greatest of all time. You know, if he had stayed and wrestling all those times. If Roman Reigns had, you know, let's say 2017 had been doing Tribal Chief stuff, I mean, he'd be top 5 right now. So
I agree. 100% I agree.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's unfortunate that those things have played out, but I can understand. At least for me, my top 3 for sure is Hogan, Austin, and Cena. That's top 3 lock for me. That's not gonna change. You can interchange Undertaker and Shawn and Rock in there, and I can understand, you know, arguments for those, but those will probably be my top 3 for sure.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, so. All right, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and sign off. Thank you guys once again. I'm gonna drop the link for the Discord. Make sure you guys join the Discord. We'll be active in there. You guys come in there and chat with us if you want. And make sure you guys subscribe to the pod. We're back next week. To make sure you guys check us out on all platforms, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff. So appreciate you guys for coming through and supporting us as always. And we'll be back next week. So thank you guys for coming.